Let's take a look at it. KK getting the lead pass. And you see Ainsworth still moving a bit. Not set totally.
I guess I'll have to go with the official. Pretty good call.
It's done now. In the books.
Here's Brunson, 2 points. Basket here in the second half, and way off the mark there. She's only 40% from the line on the year, but really hadn't had all that many attempts.
And doesn't shoot a lot, averaging only 4 points a game. She is the leading rebounder on this TSU team. And
0 for 2. Nice hustle by Holloway, but not in time. 6:06 remaining. Well, you talked about a run. TSU made one and cut it to 2, but Middle had a little something left.
Breakdowns defensively, not taking care of the basketball mainly, and that got that lead back up to where it is now. Again, Steve, this is the opportunity. This is the point in the game where you want to make a run, especially a visiting team.
Chastain splits 2 defenders. Into the basket she goes. She's got 10 in the half. 18 on the night. 69-58. Jones goes all the way, missed. Buck had it knocked away, and they'll give it to TSU.
Totally out of character for TSU. Coming down, shooting on the first opportunity. Tracy Jones bringing the ball up floor and shooting it, not getting in any type of offense, and that's fine with them. TSU. The pace is their way right now.
When we watched them Monday night, I can't remember them doing that a single time. Entry, Moore, block. Chastain, her third, and out of bounds off Moore.
3 blocks. I guess they scored that to Chastain.
Oh yeah.
Jonelda Buck was right there as well.
5.5 minutes to go. TSU needs some takeaways.
I think she is a little more closer to 6 foot, Steve. List her at 5'11".
Perimeter defense, or offense, I should say, right now by Middle.
Now we take a look at that infamous triangle offense the Chicago Bulls run.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Elder from the free throw line. Carlette Elder with her first field goal of the night. And great timing as we climb under the 5-minute mark. 71-58, Middle Tennessee.
They work their triangle offense to perfection. It's a tough offense to run.
Hassel will shoot 2.
Hassel hitting a couple of threes earlier, now showing you the diversity of her game. Taking it down low, getting it inside. Ainsworth about to foul out here, Steve. She's playing hard.
Snead just picked up her 4th. Buck has 4.
Ainsworth has 4 as well.
Hassel gets the first. Carrie Hassel now 5 for 5 from the line, so she's shooting much better than she does throughout the season, where she's at 68.8%. 12-point lead for Middle. Carrie with 19, having a nice night. Won't go. Put back by Moore. What a big basket that is.
It was, and Jonelda trying to come up with the block, but she's trying to block it on the wrong side. Forgot she's a lefty, and she put that shot up right in their face.
Chastain right in front of us. 4:35 to play.
A lot of time left, but good shots and good offensive sets from here on in.
Elder.
TSU, I know Stephanie and Coach Smith wants them to take not shots like that, but run that triangle offense, which is a deliberate offense.
4:20 to go. Here's Holloway. And I think Buck picked one up, holding a Hassel away from the play. Let's see. Nope. It's on Jonelda, or Joanna Luca, I should say, her 3rd. All have come in the second half.
And you don't want that if you're MTSU. You have a 10-point cushion. 4 minutes, 14 seconds left, and not only are you giving the team an opportunity to score, but no time is elapsing.
Hassel. This is her 2nd in a row. Chastain will sit down, and Neely back in the game.
Crowd's getting into the game. Got a little wave going.
And the noise factor is growing. See Hassel almost making a Don Nelson free throw. Misses and Buck the rebound. 3 misses in a row by Carrie Hassel.
And that's big. That's missed opportunities for your team.
Snead baseline. Aluka wasn't ready. And I think Snead may have picked up an offensive foul. If so, she's done. She is. That's a big foul.
And we take a look at it here. Snead receiving the ball on the wing, and you have to be able to pull up and hit that nice 6, 7, 8 foot jimmy. You won't be able to take that ball all the way inside the paint at this level. And Snead, even though she was going for the pass, trying to make the pass, she was still in the air, and that's what you don't want to do as an offensive player. Make a pass in the air, and there she is. She gets called for the foul, and is that not her 5th? Evidently, it's her 4th.
It is. It's her 4th. Bennett makes the free throw. 4 out of 5 for Bennett.
April's been struggling from the line tonight.
To cut it to 9, she does. She is 3 for 6 from the line.
TSU still hanging around, Steve. It's up to the offensive sets of MTSU.
9-point game. Chastain is back in. Foolish pass taken away by Tracy Jones. And she converts. 7-point game. That's Jones' first basket of the night.
And it couldn't have come at a better time. Nice anticipation. Saw the pass coming. Stepped in front of the lane. Took it the length of the floor.
Buck forced it to Buck. Or I should say to Aluka. And here comes Hassel. Foul before the shot. Both teams have had absolutely no luck with the lob pass tonight. It has resulted in a turnover just about every time.
Take a look at Hassel. Almost in a similar situation earlier when she had Neely on her hip. She feels the contact, and some of the viewers and some of the fans of MTSU may say, hey, if she is initiating the contact. But then again, the defender cannot reach in, and of course, the defender is also moving. So obviously, the offensive player will get the benefit of the call. And a smart offensive play by Hassel.
Hassel snaps a streak of 3 misses in a row. She is now 6 for 9. And a chance to cut it to 5. And of course, they're scoring with the clock stopped.
Which is most important.
It is right now. Saves TSU some timeouts. 8,174 here for tonight's ladies basketball game.
Tom, we're cold. You better call Corel and get the furnace fixed.
Don't worry, I can fix it.
But honey, you know Corel Service is American Standard and has flat rates on service and quoted flat rate repairs.
Corel, we have a problem.
Corel is Middle Tennessee's residential and commercial air system specialist. Flat rate service charges plus flat rate quoted repairs and guaranteed expert installation.
Glad I thought of calling Corel.
Corel Air Systems, featuring American Standard, built to a higher standard.
It's the golden anniversary of the Ohio Valley Conference. Champions of both men's and women's hoops will be decided at the 1998 Nautica Footwear OVC Basketball Tournament. Catch the thrills February 28th and March 1st at the downtown Nashville Arena. Best of all, it's affordable, so bring the family and see which teams advance to the big dance, the NCAA Tournament. For tickets, contact your favorite OVC school or call the Arena box office at 615-770-2000.
What makes us different from other people is our personnel. They deal one-on-one with the patient and the caregiver, and they understand what family means. We're a family here, and we understand what it means for your family member to be sick, your mother or your father to be bedridden, and we know that you have special needs, and we're there for that.
At the end of the game, stay with us as we will be presenting the United Cash Advance Player of the Game. United Cash Advance with 3 Nashville locations to serve you. With Greg Turner, I'm Steve Selby. 3:18 to go. Middle Tennessee has led nearly the entire game, leading 71-66. We went to break, Greg. Almost 8,200 people in the gym right now, trying to watch the Lady Blue Raiders come up with possibly their best win of the year.
And it may be a few more coming in before the night's over with.
Carlette Elder out front. We got the freshman Chastain in there, and she has been huge for the Blue Raiders. It looks like they're just trying to take some time off the clock. Under 10 on the shot clock. 6-5. They set it up for Chastain, who's way short.
Beautiful play set up for Chastain. Rubbed her man off of a pick, but couldn't come up with the shot.
Jones missed the layup, and Neely recovers.
I don't know how she did it, but she came up with the ball.
To Elder. What a turnaround. That's a 4-point swing. 73-66. 2.5 minutes to go.
It could have been a 3-point game.
Give and go. Hassel. Scoop shot. She's got 23. 73-68.
Single-handedly, Steve, she's kept TSU in this game. In the second half, the first half, it was Sharonda Moore. She's cooled off. It's been Hassel.
Moore just 4 out of 14 from the field tonight as we reach the 2-minute mark. Neely thinks 3, instead into the paint, forces it, but she gets to shoot a couple. Clock stop, 1:57 to play.
Just a breakdown in the offense, and Neely taking it upon herself to make something happen. Shot clock going down. She goes to her opposite strength side, the right side, and just draws some contact. Tracy Jones gets the foul.
Neely at the line.
Tracy Jones, that is her 4th foul. Here's Neely off the back of the rim. She has not been as good tonight from the line as she has been throughout the season. From the line tonight, just 6 out of 11 on the year. She shoots better than 70%. Neely back in for Chastain. Can't afford to miss these kind of opportunities if you're Middle Tennessee.
And especially being the best free throw shooting team in the OVC, they're going to be crucial from this point on.
She gets 1 out of 2. Quickly to Moore. Fakes right, goes left, over the basket. There's Holloway for 2.
Big bucket there.
Did TSU get a timeout, or is there timeout because Bama Burrell's on the deck?
Looks as if it's some lower extremity injury.
He's going to sit right back down. Get a look. She can stay in the basketball game. 1:46 left. It is 74-70. Middle Tennessee. A reminder. Following this one, we have the men's action. TSU and Middle Tennessee. As you see, Bama Burrell being helped off the floor. That is not good. That's the last thing Stephanie Smith needs.
Yes.
With her having depth problems. Tanika Smith unable to play due to injury tonight.
Because Burrell is a good rebounder as well, so that would be a big blow. They're coming down into the crucial final minutes of this game.
Down low to Buck, fade away, baseline jumper, no. Kept alive by Elder, and April Bennett has it with 1:25 to play. TSU has not given up hope. Holloway, a long one, will not go. There is April Bennett, and I'm going to tell you something. That call was made from behind the play, and when Bennett spun, the basketball hit the stomach of Courtney Neely.
In the wrong place at the wrong time. Yep. An innocent bystander, as it would seem. But there's TSU eating some glass. April Bennett coming up with the big rebound and getting fouled on the play by Courtney Neely.
And that is Courtney's 4th. 1:16 to go. Here is Bennett. And she is good there. She is 5 for 7. 74-71. Ainsworth in for Buck. Boy, just when you think Middle's going to put it away, TSU climbs back, then Middle pulls away, and right now we're in the climbing back mode for the Lady Tigers. Bennett gets them both.
Big crucial free throws. That's what it's all about. Stepping up just like in your backyard, making them, Steve. Big shots.
2-point game. You might want to have Chastain in there if you have a chance. She's a good shooter. So maybe decided at the line. Elder to Neely.
Watch some penetration by Neely.
The spin draws the contact.
It would be a bonus shot on the floor.
Foul is on 11, carry.
57.5 seconds to go, and let's watch the move of Neely.
Penetration. The point guard wants it in the hands when the shot clock is winding down to create something, and that's what Neely has done the last few possessions down, Steve.
And she missed that one. Wow. She's missed 3 of her last 4. A chance to tie her with a 3. Grab the lead. Holloway.
And she thought about it.
She really did.
Oh.
Moore fakes, shoots. The line drive is tied at 74.
If that's not a shooter's mentality. She's 4 for 16 and hit her last probably 6 or 7 shots, but had no conscience. And shot that one and nailed it.
Stephanie Smith wants timeout. 37 seconds left in the game, 25 on the shot clock, so TSU will get at least 1 more possession.
Right now, you look at the huddle of MTSU. Stephanie Smith, Steve, she has to be telling her team right now, look, let's be aware of the time and the score. 37 seconds left. The score is tied. We have the ball. We have the possession arrow. A lot of things can happen right now. But most of all, we want to get a good shot at the bucket, and we do not want to leave a lot of time left on the clock for Tennessee State University.
Here's where we'll find out exactly where that confidence level is at for Middle Tennessee right now. It's Stephanie Smith draws up the play.
This varsity shop is currently closed and is stocking up on all kinds of items to feature MTSU's new athletic logo. Hello for business.
And there's Coach Phillips across the way.
She's also giving her team a recap of the situation, telling them exactly how many timeouts they have left. Look at the score, tie game. They have the possession arrow, 37 seconds. We still will get the ball back if we play good defense and if we rebound. You don't want to foul in this situation right here unless it's just a clean, blown defensive assignment and a layup. You have to foul then.
74-74, 34 seconds left, 20 seconds on the shot clock.
And look at the personnel, Steve. Ainsworth, Sneed, Luca.
And all the fans up on their feet now for Middle Tennessee as we're down to 9 seconds on the shot clock. Ainsworth into Iluka, the spin move, yes, off the glass.
No timeout for TSU. They're electing to push it up.
15 seconds. 10 seconds. Here's Holloway. And it's an offensive foul on Tequila Holloway.
A questionable call, but probably the correct call, Steve.
We'll see the replay. TSU has taken a timeout. Take a look.
Look at Tequila Holloway. She had her mind made up prematurely that she was going to take this ball to the basket regardless. And a good position by Elder right there, and a good call, a gutsy call by the officials, but the correct call.
Elder just got there in time.
Just got there in time is right. Got her feet set, got them down, came up with the call.
Tonight's attendance of 8,174 is a school and Ohio Valley Conference record for women's basketball. Previous best was 6,113 at Tennessee Tech back in 1990. Their opponent, Middle Tennessee. All right, Coach Turner, you're down by 2. You don't have the basketball. There's 7.4 seconds left.
Give me that flipboard. Let me tell you, Steve, this is what you do right now if you're Tennessee State University. Number one, you have to try to come up with that steal right away. If you don't get the steal right away, obviously you must foul and send them to the free throw line. And that foul would be number 10, and of course MTSU would have 2 shots at the ball. MTSU, on the other hand, they're trying to get the ball in play first of all. Let's make the pass inbound because they're going to have to go the length of the floor. But of course, TSU, if you do steal the ball, let's try to convert on it. You have plenty enough time to do so. If not, send it to the line, take your chances down at the other end and get the rebound, and hope that they miss 1 or 2 of those free throws and try to put up a prayer.
Stephanie Smith felt like she wasn't quite ready to send the troops out, took a 20.
Looking at her personnel, right now you want to, if you're Stephanie Smith, you're looking at your personnel and seeing who are your ball handlers, who are your best free throw shooters, and who is strong with the basketball. And of course, Teresa Phillips is looking at who to foul right away if we don't get that ball in bounds. And look at Ainsworth in the game for MTSU. She's an 80% free throw shooter. Elder, 71% is a good free throw shooting team. The weak point will probably be Aluka.
Aluka gets it into Neely. They're not going to be able to foul.
You can't.
This one's over.
It is in the books.
Listen to the crowd. What a huge win for the Lady Blue Raiders. And we just saw Stephanie Smith go across to shake hands with Teresa Lawrence Phillips. Stephanie was so funny this afternoon talking about what it was like to move one chair closer to the scorer's table and have to make the calls.
It's big when you have to move about 12 inches to your left. Everything is magnified 100 times more than when you're an assistant. But she comes up with a big win here this evening. Her team has lacked that consistency, and that's what she's fought all year long. But it's a very capable ball club, and they've shown that with a victory here.
She said she's a feisty kind of person. It's not her personality to be low-key, but she was throughout the game because, again, we talked the panic factor for TSU. If she panics, her club that's struggling might do the same. There's your final. We've got another game to come. Lady Blue Raiders win the opener.
Boy meets girl. It happens every day on the singles line. Just call our free local number and listen to hundreds of single men and women from Nashville. We don't use 900 numbers, and we never charge you for the call, no matter how long you stay on the line. Call anytime and discover a new way to meet the nicest people in Nashville. The Nashville Singles Line, 399-1919.
Here's an important public notice. The management of Giant Furniture Warehouse has ordered a total legal liquidation. They have no choice. Everything must be evacuated, liquidated, and eliminated now, regardless of cost or loss. Today at Giant Furniture Warehouse, find furniture, recliners, and mattresses being sacrificed. Near cost, at cost, even below cost. Whatever it takes. Bring cash, checks, major credit cards, or arrange 6-month interest-free financing during the massive legal liquidation at Giant Furniture Warehouse.
Coming soon to the WB.
Jonathan Vance, high-end art and jewel thief. Amanda Webb, a master of the martial arts and the short con. Marcus Miller, a hacker Robin Hood who uses his computer to steal from the rich to give to the poor. Together, you form the perfect team.
3. Coming to the WB.
Beginning Monday, February 2nd on Nashville's WB 58.
Tonight's play of the game is brought to you by InTouch Paging. Got a communications problem? InTouch Paging has a communications solution. And the last basket, Greg Turner, was the biggest basket in this ball game.
We take a look at it right here. Ainsworth getting the ball in. And, of course, none other than Joanna Luca, who doesn't score much, but when she touches it, she knows exactly what to do with it. A pressure bank shot by Joanna Luca, the freshman from Augusta, Georgia.
Shooting it off the wrong foot. She put it off the glass to give Middle Tennessee the 76-74 win. Now it's time for tonight's player of the game, brought to you by United Cash Advance, with 3 Nashville locations to serve you. And your player of the game at a big one like this is usually the veteran, but tonight, Greg Turner, it's a freshman for the Blue Raiders.
A lot of bright spots for MTSU tonight. It was a team effort, but one outstanding one had to be that of the effort by Kelly Chastain. You saw a block right there, second in the OVCN block, and she can drain the 3 as well. This young lady is going to give these people in Murfreesboro a lot to remember the next 3 years. And there she is, showing you some diversity, taking it to the hole, putting it on the floor. Kelly Chastain, 5'11" freshman from Lakeland, Florida.
76-74 is the final as the men are getting ready to play at about 30 minutes from now. And that's going to be a war. Greg, I don't know. We're going to be tough, hard-pressed to see even more intensity in this one, 76-74. Middle led nearly start to finish, but that lead was in peril most of the way. in the basketball game. This telecast is a special presentation of WNAB Sports and is intended solely for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or other use of this telecast without the express prior written consent of WNAB is prohibited. The celebration of the Lady Blue Raiders, a big win snaps TSU's 8-game winning streak. Again, the final, Middle Tennessee State 76, TSU 74.
Oh, they tell me of a home where no storm clouds rise. Oh, they tell me of an unclouded day. Come to the church in the wild.
Boy, it's good to be here again. On the old Griffith Show, we used to call this Myers Lake. Great place for picnicking, fishing, hymn singing. That's the main reason for coming back here today, to introduce my new album.
Just as I am, without one plea.
Just As I Am, a collection of 30 favorite old-time hymns. This is where Opie threw the rock in the lake, remember?
Somewhere beautiful Isle of
Once in a while, Barney and I even caught a crook here.
Now let us have a little talk with Jesus. Let us tell him all about our trouble. He will hear our faintest cry. He will answer by and by. I sing because I'm happy.
Good friends, good singers, good musicians make a good record. And this was a real celebration.
There is power.
All my life I've enjoyed singing hymns because they're a message of goodness and love. I hope you enjoy hearing them. I appreciate it.
I'll fly away, oh glory, I'll fly away.
To order Andy Griffith's new album, call the number on your screen or send check or money order for $14.99 for 2 cassettes or $17.99 for compact disc, plus shipping and handling to the address below. Rush delivery available. Andy Griffith's new album is not sold in stores, so please call now.
Fly away.
You're watching WNAB TV, Nashville.
Basketball doubleheader. MTSU already in the books with a women's win, 76-74 in just a few minutes. TSU and MTSU, the back end of this double dip tonight for Murphy Center, which is rocking tonight in anticipation of a bunch of, they've got, it looks like Elton John's in concert here tonight. Not Elton John, but the commissioner of the Ohio Valley Conference in with us, Dan Beebe. And Dan, I know this has got to be an exciting moment to see a place like this packed. Talk about the health of basketball in the OVC right now.
Well, I think right now there's some places where they're winning and it's going well, and Middle is on a roll. Now they've got a special night tonight, which is something all of us need to consider, is doing something to generate excitement here, spending a little money so you can bring in people and have a lot of excitement. But in the places where they're struggling, Tennessee Tech, there's just not a lot of interest. I think that's just the way it is for mid-majors. But, you know, at Murray and here and a little bit at Austin Peay because of last year's success. Southeast Missouri starting to bring back some excitement. So it's usually that way. Halfway is up. Half the league has got some excitement and half of it doesn't.
You know, in the past couple of weeks, I've seen Murray Middle on national television, a regional telecast this past week, this game on television, double dip. How important is that to you to get the regional and national exposure, as much for the RPI and those kind of things?
Well, I'm not sure it helps in the rankings. Yeah. Really, that's just as much as just beating somebody.
Yeah.
Murray's win against Arkansas is big in that regard. You know, Austin Peay beating Evansville. We've had some wins. Murray beating Dayton. Those are the things that make a difference. Even Middle Plain, North Carolina, Middle Plain, Kansas. What's big with television is recruiting and getting the message of our institutions and our sports teams out. And we've been real fortunate in the last 4 or 5 years. We've really grown in regard to television, not only with WNAB, with Fox Sports South, ESPN appearances. We've really been fortunate, and I think that's great for us.
Dan Beebe, the commissioner of the Ohio Valley Conference, and Greg Pogue a little bit later on. In between games, we're going to have Randy Wheel, MTSU coach, and TSU coach Frankie Allen joining us as well. Now, the Ohio Valley Conference is going through, I guess for lack of a better word, a transition period. MTSU, you look outside here, Murphy Center, going Division I. You're bringing in my home school, Western Kentucky University in football. Talk about losing Middle but picking up Western.
Well, you know, the thing is we had to become flexible in football. And it's something that just I saw from the beginning that there was too many divisive issues around football. In order to maintain it and keep it whole in the other sports, we had to let some institutions like Moorhead and Austin Peay go to a level they're more comfortable. They're not giving up football, but they're going down. We had to let a Middle Tennessee State rise to a level that they were more comfortable, and it still provides for great competition throughout the league in the other sports. So that's the avenue we've taken, and I think it's been a good one.
OVC Commissioner Dan Beebe here in between games. TSU, MTSU in just a few minutes. Steve Selby and Greg Turner on the call with that. Talk a little bit about where the OVC fits in this Middle Tennessee area. Of course, Nashville is your home base. You got half the schools in the Middle Tennessee area. Where does it fit in with the NHL, the NFL coming to town, those kind of things?
Well, I think we need to grow on the sports interest here. I mean, that's the main thing. We need to talk about our affordability in terms of having families come out to our contests. Some families can't afford the tickets to the big-time pro events or even some of the major college events in the SEC. We have great affordable prices, good parking, places you can get to, and we got a great thing going with our basketball tournament. I mean, if you watch the other mid-major conferences, the Sun Belt, some of the others, the Colonial, we had a great crowd in a top-notch arena, and I think we're just going to keep growing that thing year after year. So things are going well for us, and I think the value of OVC sports is becoming known.
So much of the attention toward a conference comes from the major sports. Men's basketball, obviously, women's basketball growing to that, football. Talk about the health of the conference in your other sports.
Well, we've just got an automatic bid in women's volleyball. That's a very exciting sport, something I wish nationally people would catch on to because it's a top women's sport to watch. We had an automatic bid, and we're flirting back and forth with one in baseball. It's becoming better and better. We're going up in the rankings. There's just a lot of good conferences out there. So I think we're doing well. Men's track is coming back. Women's track has been pretty strong. Middle Tennessee State's men's tennis program is one of the top ones in the nation. So we're doing well in some of the other avenues, too.
Back to men's basketball, TSU, MTSU in just a few minutes. The back end of this double dip on WNAB. The OVC, in my eyes, has become a coach's conference. You look at Mark Godfrey and Murray, Randy Will here at Middle, Frankie Allen at TSU, a new face like a Kyle Macy at Moorhead coming into the league. How important is having those kind of dogs? Because that's your stability, I would say, to having that kind of marquee coaches.
Well, I think so. I think, you know, the thing is with our league, you have some of the coaches that come in and do a great job. Then they go on and they make big names like Clem Haskins, who coached in the OVC for years. You know, Bob Hudgens would coach in the OVC. We may have some of that, but I think the great thing is that the administrators here now know the value of getting these top coaches in the league. And they're really looking hard at hiring people. I think Tennessee Tech's going to do that, and we're going to continue to have some quality coaches in this conference.
In about 6 or 7 weeks, I guess the premier event for OVC sports, the Nashville Arena, the men's and women's basketball tournament there. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, I mean, we're very proud of what happened last year. We had a great atmosphere, great crowd. As I stated earlier, when you compared our mid-major level to other conferences, I mean, our crowd that looked great on TV. We had a good situation. We've got to turn the key a little bit more to try to get the Nashville basketball fan out there. And like I said, I mean, you look at our costs compared to others, and it's tremendous. The biggest thing that I got to sell is ours is like the start of the NCAA tournament because we usually get one team in, and you've been there.
Yeah.
You know it is thick with excitement and tension because one team loses and they go home, the other one goes on. It's not like the SEC where you know both of them are going to the NCAA anyway. I mean, ours, you can cut the tension with a knife, and you got to be there to feel it.
OVC Commissioner Dan Beebe, thanks for stopping by, Dan. TSU, MTSU, in just a few, we'll talk with Randy Will, the MTSU coach, and TSU coach Frankie Allen.
Are you tired of the game yet? You know, the one where you comb your hair a little this way and a little that way, hoping no one will notice that you've lost some hair. Instead of fussing with it, your hair can look like this.
So call 1-800-HAIR-CLUB now, and we'll send you our latest free brochure with before and after photos of clients who've realized the benefits of our latest breakthrough, anonymous hair technology.
We call it anonymous hair because you can't tell. It's real hair added in with your own, so whether you're swimming or if someone's just running their fingers through it, it's just like your own hair. Why spend up to $50,000 for transplants or buy minoxidil for the rest of your life to get a little fuzz up there? The cost? It's free. Just prepay for any one-year club plan and the hair is free.
So call 1-800-HAIR-CLUB for your free brochure, free hair, and if you call now for a limited time, you'll also get a free round-trip American Airlines ticket good for travel in the lower 48 United States or Canada. That's 1-800-HAIR-CLUB.
It's inventory reduction sale days at Watson's. If you've been waiting for a deal on a slate pool table, now's the time. 8-foot slate pool tables, only $6.99 installed.
Big selection and guaranteed lowest prices on tanning beds. Like this one, only $11.99. That's $44 a month.
If you're thinking of a pool this summer, now's the time to save money. 24-foot pool package installed, just $10.99.
Watson's has a variety of spas in different sizes and colors. Save 40 to 60% now on all in-stock spas. That's Watson's.
Are you and Dawson a thing? No, we're just friends. Would you like to dance? Right now? I've been wanting to dance with you all night.
What is up with you?
It's not like I wanted to be the one holding your hand. I just didn't want her holding it.
I don't want to lose you, Joey. What we have is the only thing that makes sense to me.
Dawson's Creek.
Starting in January on Nashville's WV58.
Greg Pogue back with you in between games, the WNAB doubleheader, TSU and MTSU. The men's game on tap. Greg Turner and Steve Selby be bringing that with you. Joining us now, the TSU men's basketball coach, one of the good guys, Frankie Allen. And Frankie, I know a lot of expectations going into this season for the Tigers basketball team, but injuries and whatnot really hitting you hard.
It is hitting us hard, but, you know, we've got some great kids in this program, and they're going to rebound from the tough losses that we've had. Obviously, we let some games get away at home. We're on the road, but, you know, we got to go out and play all the games, whether home or away, and just give a good performance.
You're still a young basketball team, aren't you?
Very young. We still, most times, start 3 sophomores, a freshman, and a junior. So, you know, we still haven't got the experience that you need to really know how to finish games. But we're getting better. The injuries always kind of set you back because once you get things going, you get a key player or two to go down, and you put you back at square one.
All right, you got MTSU tonight. Randy Will's got these Raiders on a roll. What do you got to do to be successful tonight?
Well, I tell you, we've got to maybe control tempo a little bit. You know, they've got a big crowd in here, a lot of festivities, so to speak, and, you know, we just don't want their crowd to just be like a real sixth man out there. So we're going to control tempo, try to do a good job on Tesh. We really think that's the key to their club.
Inside, Tesh can bang you. Also, though, they got some speed in the backcourt. Freddie Martino's there, I think, is the key on the perimeter. He can knock down the three.
Well, you got to guard Martinez out there, and they'll put Martinez and Tesh on the same side. So if they throw into the low post to Tesh, you can't double down off of Martinez. You got to get your help from somewhere else. And we're going to pay particular attention to Martinez in transition and really not give him good looks at the basket. But he's their outside threat. But I tell you what, being an old inside player myself, we've got to contain Tesh.
TSU coach Frankie Allen in with us, coming in. You like this atmosphere, even on the road?
It's tremendous. I tell you what, I wish every game was like this. You get this kind of atmosphere. You got a television audience. It says a lot for our conference and what they're trying to do over here in the middle. And I tell you one thing, I'm glad they picked tonight's game because I'm happy to be a part of it.
You know, it's no coincidence that it's TSU coming to town. This has developed into a pretty good rivalry.
Yeah, I tell you what, it's an outstanding rivalry, and we've had our success in a run, and they've got a little run going on us. So, you know, we've got to be able to come out and really try to make it a real rivalry where, you know, the teams that can go on the road and win, and that's what we're trying to do tonight, can really try to establish itself.
Frankie, good luck.
Thank you, Greg.
TSU coach Frankie Allen, and just a few, MTSU coach Randy Will from the Murph.
Now you can get this AM/FM mini boombox radio free for trying Allstate Motor Club for 3 months for just $4.95. Listen.
My old Motor Club limited how far I could be towed. Allstate Motor Club tows me where I want, and there are no mileage restrictions.
My choice? The Motor Club that gives me a choice.
Allstate Motor Club will tow me to their service station or mine.
Allstate Motor Club. Call now and get your 3-month trial membership for just $4.95. Other motor clubs limit where and how far you can be towed. Allstate Motor Club will tow your car no matter how far it is to any service provider you choose, or get your own tow and we'll reimburse you. You also get no-cost roadside service to change a tire, add gas, or jump-start a battery. Plus all these benefits at no extra cost. So act now and get your deluxe trial membership. Here's how.
Call 1-800-323-2822. Have your credit card ready to charge the $4.95, and you'll get the free mini boombox and deluxe membership kit. So call 1-800-323-2822.
On Nashville's East Bank, this building's already gone. This one's next, and that means huge savings for you at Major Discount Furniture. World-famous Cellini of Italy at prices so low there's no competition. Sofas, love seats, bedroom and dining room suites. And these beautiful sofa and love seat combos with matching dinettes and 4 chairs custom ordered in your choice of 8 exciting fabrics in just 10 days. Plus 40 to 70% savings on everything in the store. Wall to wall, we must sell it all at Major Discount Furniture, 201 Woodland, Nashville.
On Unhappily, just when you thought Tiffany couldn't get any more peppy.
I'm like, bitch me, I'm a cheerleader.
Then on All Right Already, Carol secretly finds out every answer to Jeopardy.
You're good. What is, thank you very much?
Feeling guilty, Carol?
What, look at me like I'm some kind of oxymoron.
Actually, an oxymoron is a figure of speech.
Shut up!
And all new All Right Already after an all new Unhappily.
Sunday night starting at 8 on Nashville's WB58.
Back here at Murphy Center, TSU, MTSU, doubleheader on WNAB. Greg Pogue in with you tonight. I tell you what, a special part of Sports Plus, which now airs every Sunday night at 9 o'clock on WNAB, has been working with our very own basketball intern, Sharonda Moore, one of the keys for the TSU basketball team. Our very own Tim Hardiman has this report.
She's got the ball in her court. Sharonda Moore is tearing up the floor with the Tigers. This 5'8" forward from Glencliff is becoming TSU's go-to girl. She scored a career-high 28 points last week against Eastern Kentucky, and she believes that's just the tip of this TSU iceberg.
Well, we want to be number one. We came out preseason, everybody was working hard, and in the previous 2 years, it wasn't like that when I came here. It was pretty much a laid back, but we still just expected to win. This year, we know we can win.
Sharonda is quick as she wants to be. She has a great first step, explosive and strong kid. I think the thing with Sharonda is the more confidence she keeps in herself, the better player she's going to be.
In the world of sports, Sharonda is not only trying to succeed on the hardwood, but also in front of the camera.
This is Sharonda Moore reporting.
Her goal after college is to become a sportscaster. She interned at WNAB last fall, where she got hands-on experience with the Sports Plus crew. She's not trying to be the next Greg Pogue, but wouldn't mind filling the shoes of ESPN's Robin Roberts.
I love to watch her sportscast. There's a lot of good sportscasters out there, but Robin Roberts is who I really want to idolize when I get there. She's a great inspiration to me in my career. And Ronnie Adcock at WNAB has gave me a chance to start that career off. Just give me a little aspect of what the field is like. And I worked with some pretty good guys there who've taught me a lot.
I think Sharonda is ultra talented, and when she just kind of gets relaxed about who she is a little bit, and I think she can go wherever she wants to go. So I look forward to seeing her on TV.
Whether it's on the tube or on the court, keep an eye out for Sharonda Moore.
She could go all the way.
There comes a time in all of our lives
I'm Dawson.
You're Dawson. Dawson, yeah, I know. We met before.
when it's the end of something simple.
I just think our emerging hormones are destined to alter our relationship.
Your emerging hormones aren't developing a thing for me, are they?
And the beginning.
Oh, my God.
Of everything else.
Do you think I could help you locate a video?
Where would I find The Graduate? I love your hair color. What number is that?
That's mature.
What is your problem? My problem is that from the moment Little Miss Highlight showed up, you haven't said one word to me.
Crap! That is pure crap.
The WB presents a landmark series.
You have got to stop with this before it gets out of hand.
Oh, this is already out of hand.
Dawson, this is my chance to start over. This is my chance.
Fasten your seatbelt. It's gonna be a bumpy life.
Dawson's Creek, Coming to Tuesdays this January on the WB.
It's inventory reduction sale days at Watson's. If you've been waiting for a deal on a slate pool table, now's the time. 8-foot slate pool tables, only $6.99 installed.
Big selection and guaranteed lowest prices on tanning beds. Like this one, only $11.99. That's $44 a month.
If you're thinking of a pool this summer, now's the time to save money. 24-foot pool package installed, just $10.99.
Watson's has a variety of spas in different sizes and colors. Save 40 to 60% now on all in-stock spas. That's Watson's.
On an all-new Parenthood, Robert's tutoring TK's friend.
What is she doing?
She's thinking. This is how she thinks. It's gonna be a lot of work, but she can do it.
Hey, she the smartest high school dropout I know.
To brag guest stars on the Parenthood. Then, Jamie Foxx has a new singing partner, but her preacher daddy doesn't approve.
Because of you, that young lady may be ostracized from her family.
This has nothing to do with Australia.
An all-new Jamie Foxx after an all-new Parenthood.
Sunday night starting at 7 on Nashville's WB 58.
Welcome back to Murphy Center. Greg Paul here. In between games, Middle Tennessee State University Lady Raiders, a 76-74 winner in the first half of this doubleheader. TSU and MTSU, the place is packed tonight in anticipation of this game. Also coming up at halftime, they're unveiling their new logo. They got a big show going on at halftime. And this is, well, they already had a record OVC crowd for the women's game. Randy Wheel's going to join us here in just a few seconds. I do want to remind you that tomorrow night at 9 o'clock and every Sunday night at 9 o'clock, it's Sports Plus. Tomorrow night, we'll be talking a little hockey. NHL Predators president Jack Diller will be in with us. Also, speaking of MTSU, former Blue Raiders quarterback Kelly Holcomb, who is now a quarterback with the Indianapolis Colts. So be sure to join us tomorrow night at 9 o'clock here on WNAB. Well, we're just a few minutes away, waiting for Randy Will's going to join us, and he's got his nice blue blazer on right now. Randy, sit down. We're on right now. Thank you. Randy Will, MTSU Blue Raiders coach. Your team off to a 6-1 start in the conference, 12-3 overall. I know you got to be happy thus far.
Yes, because you know, this is was going to be a rebuilding year. We have 6 new players, and we lost our top 3 scorers from last year. So we're improving. We have ways to go, but you know, we're playing good basketball.
You got to love this kind of turnout on a Saturday night. You got the place rocking. You got to come through with a W now.
Well, hopefully most of these fans are our fans, and it's nice to see a full house. And hopefully we play good basketball so they can come back.
This isn't Carolina blue. This is MTSU blue, isn't it?
It's MTSU blue, you know, I got it, and we've won with it so far, so hopefully that continues.
You know, with that, though, there's an old saying that, what, acorns don't fall too far away from the tree. Talk about Dean Smith and that influence, of course, playing and then coaching there.
Well, I tell you what, the way we style, and you know, my philosophy, all I have from basketball is about 80% what I've learned at Carolina, because we were successful, so why change it? But we have a different personnel, and the whole thing is based on you know, unselfish play, good shot selection, and tough defense, and that's what we try to do.
TSU, what do you got to do to be successful tonight?
Well, we need to stop their second shots, control Jason Johnson, and really be ready for their penetration. They're a very athletic team from top to bottom, and so that's where we'll have to win the game.
Elton Tesh has come back. He's really given you some good inside presence, a presence that was lacking last year when he was redshirted.
Yes, he gives us some inside rebounding, and lately, the last couple of games, he's doing some scoring. He was struggling with his shot early in the season, but now the shots have been dropping, and combined with this, he really hustles it, and the team picks it up.
You got some players coming in that we don't know. Can you talk about those transfers and those kind of things? Or?
No, actually, you know, about transfers and recruiting, I don't like to talk about it because I don't know. I'm not aware of all the roles. Yes,
it's a
exactly.
building thing here for you.
But slowly but surely, we're getting there.
12-3. A good win, though, 2 weeks ago today. How about on national television? How important was that win over Murray? Because everyone picked them to win this thing.
Well, Murray is the most talented team in our conference. They're the defending champions. They've been successful for the last couple of years, and we're trying to get there. So it was a good win for us. 2 years ago, we were successful against them here, too. So now we know we can play with the top, and it's just a matter of staying there.
You got them rocking here, Randy.
Thank you.
All right, good luck to you. Randy Will, MTSU basketball coach Randy Will, TSU, MTSU, and just a few, Steve Selby, Greg Turner at the Murph.
Are you tired of the game yet? You know, the one where you comb your hair a little this way and a little that way, hoping no one will notice that you've lost some hair. Instead of fussing with it, your hair can look like this.
So call 1-800-HAIR-CLUB now, and we'll send you our latest free brochure with before and after photos of clients who've realized the benefits of our latest breakthrough, anonymous hair technology.
We call it anonymous hair because you can't tell. It's real hair added in with your own, so whether you're swimming or if someone's just running their fingers through it, it's just like your own hair. Why spend up to $50,000 for transplants or buy minoxidil for the rest of your life to get a little fuzz up there? The cost? It's free. Just prepay for any one-year club plan and the hair is free.
So call 1-800-HAIR-CLUB for your free brochure, free hair, and if you call now for a limited time, you'll also get a free round-trip American Airlines ticket good for travel in the lower 48 United States or Canada. That's 1-800-HAIR-CLUB.
I just knew I couldn't buy a car for years because of my bankruptcy. The guys at Raleigh not only worked through the red tape of reestablishing my credit, they walked me through every step.
My mom had a new Mirage. And now I have a new Mirage.
I had more medical bills than you can imagine. I didn't think I could buy a car for years.
Riley was able to get me finance within a month of my bankruptcy discharge. I got the car I wanted. I drove home in a new Eclipse that day.
Call now. Raleigh Mitsubishi 17th and West End can get you a car today.
Thanks for watching WNAB TV, Nashville.
The following is a special live presentation of WNAB Sports. An I-24 showdown as Tennessee State travels south to the borough to take on Middle Tennessee State. TSU skipper Frankie Allen and his Big Blue have had their struggles, but hope tonight will put them back among the OVC's best. Junior center Jason Johnson and sophomore guard Kevin Samuel are both among the conference's top 10 in scoring. Freshman phenom Jamie Roberts has jumped into the starting lineup and has also emerged as a top 10 scorer. Most thought this year was a rebuilding year for MTSU coach Randy Weil, but the Blue Raiders have been on fire. National television was good to them earlier this month as they dropped OVC powerhouse Murray State. The squad is paced by sophomore sensation Freddie Martinez, and the return of senior Ayutan Tesh from missing all of last year has also sparked their success. It's game 2 of tonight's doubleheader as the TSU Tigers hit the hardwood against MTSU on WNAB Sports.
Live from a rowdy Murphy Center on the campus of Middle Tennessee State University, it's Ohio Valley Conference basketball as the Blue Raiders of MTSU will entertain the Tigers of Tennessee State University. Hello again, everybody, with Greg Turner. I'm Steve Selby. It's loud, it's crazy, a big night ahead of OVC basketball tonight. For the visiting TSU Tigers, Greg Turner, they've been bitten by injuries the last couple of weeks. The one constant has been a fellow by the name of Johnson, and he's got to get it done again tonight.
He does. Jason Johnson is a former OVC Freshman of the Year, an all-conference player, a beautiful physical specimen inside. I mean, the guy is tremendous, but I want him to say, I want the basketball, and I want to be inside and scoring. That's where the offense will have to start tonight, when the point guards take care of the basketball.
For Middle Tennessee State, they lost 4 starters off last year's club that struggled a little bit at times. But they've got a starter back from 2 years ago, and he's the man.
Ayutan Tesh, he's trying to regain his form from 2 years ago, and he is that inside presence that they need. They were a perimeter shooting team last year, but this young man can score. He has a cornucopia of moves around the bucket, so look for him to start things off inside and outside for MTSU.
On the cover of the TSU media guide, it says Thunder and Lightning. Tonight's halftime unveiling of a new mascot is called Lightning Strikes. Who will have the greater voltage? Tip-off is around the corner.
cash today, but it's not payday yet? Tired of the bank charging you $20 every time you bounce a check? You need United Cash Advance. Now open in the Walmart Shopping Center on Charlotte Pike and on Gallatin Pike across from Food Max. If you are employed and have an active checking account, we will cash your personal check for up to $200 and hold it until your next payday. And there's no credit check. Getting help from us is fast and easy. Plus, it's confidential. United Cash Advance is now open in the Walmart Shopping Center on Charlotte Pike and on Gallatin Pike across from Food Max.
I first started losing my hair when I was about 22 years old. Now that I'm 37, I've noticed that I've got quite a problem.
Randy is a candidate for a hair transplantation.
The reason why I'm doing something now about my hair loss is because I want to feel better about myself. I think people look better with hair.
Find out if you're a candidate for hair transplantation. Call for your free information package right now. Call Pierre Amlot International today.
Don't try this with your frames. Try it with ours. Hello, I'm Dr. Serge Martin of AccuVision Optical, and I'd like to introduce you to the new AutoFlex frame from Marchon. You can curl it like a corkscrew or bend it like a pretzel. These frames are virtually indestructible. Plus, all are backed by our exclusive 2-year warranty. So if you're tired of frames that break, try the frame that's a breakthrough. Stop in and see the AutoFlex by Marchon. AccuVision Optical, Georgetown Square, near Kroger.
This WNAB sports presentation is brought to you by InTouch Paging. Got a communications problem? InTouch Paging has a communications solution. And by United Cash Advance, with 3 Nashville locations to serve you. United Cash Advance.
It is a full house. An OVC record crowd of better than 8,100 was on hand a moment ago as the Lady Blue Raiders, MTSU, beat Tennessee State University 76-74. And I think, Greg, they put a couple thousand more in here since that announcement was made.
People waiting out front to see this extravaganza tonight, Steve.
Let's check the lineups quickly as we get set to get underway from the Murphy Center. The starting 5 for TSU. You can see they've been ravaged by injuries. Brian Williams filling in for the man they call Kareem at the point. He's a key man for that lineup. There you see Frankie Allen, last-minute instructions. Boy, it's tough to coach when you got your starters sitting alongside you on the bench. And for Middle Tennessee, Kent Ayer, you see him. There's an injury, well, illness actually, to K.J. Harden. He's out with an upper respiratory ailment. Kent Ayer, though, is a clutch player, and we'll develop that as we go along. He's got to play solid basketball. That man knows how to coach. Under control, low-key, you know the background. Randy Wheel having another great year.
31-15 overall in just 2 years, turning this program around and putting some excitement back in the stands here in Murfreesboro.
TSU will control the tap, and that is the aforementioned Brian Williams, who is the man in the spotlight tonight for the Tigers.
The Detroit native will be key in running this offense. Transfer from Oregon, there you see, taking it down the gut. No one there to help out. That's uncharacteristic of an MTSU team.
Got a screen from his freshman teammate, Jamie Roberts, to set up the basket. That's Ayers. A semi-alley-oop to Tesh, so won't fall, and back comes TSU. TSU likes up-tempo, but they don't have the numbers to do it for 40 minutes.
Running is one thing, Steve, but running with a purpose is more like the dose tonight for TSU. This is what they need to do. Shot selection must be good. MTSU, they capitalize on making your offense disorganized. They can do it to anyone. They did it to the front runner in the OVC, Murray State, a couple of weeks ago.
Williams having trouble, guarded by Duncan. Shot clock down to 5. The freshman Roberts misses from long range. They're using 2 portable shot clocks on the floor as one of the normal shot clocks malfunctioned during the women's game. So for everybody to be on an even keel, they both get the old NBA-style clock on the floor.
As you alluded to earlier, the old ABA days of Steve having that shot clock down on the floor. Unusual location. Players have to adjust.
From the corner, Ayer no good. Still 2-0 TSU, a minute and a half into the basketball game.
This young man, Brian Williams, Detroit from Cooley High, transfer from Oregon. He's going to have to be able to run this offense and get a good shot. 5-second call. Can't stand out there and play with it.
Frankie Allen working the officials a little bit. Duncan really wasn't pressuring the basketball that much.
And he wasn't within that regarded area that officials can keep the count on. This is why I hate that 5-second call. I hate that they instituted that back in the game. You have a shot clock. What do you need a 5-second call for? But they want to speed up the game, Steve, and perhaps reward the defense for playing tough defense. But it's a tough call. Not only is it tough, it's tough for the officials to make.
Tesh and Air. Air, the man who hit the buzzer beater to get it to overtime against Murray. And Tesh. Fakes, can't get a shot away. Good look to Air. What an assist to Tesh.
That's basketball. That's why he's one of the premier forwards in the Ohio Valley Conference. His game is so well-rounded. There you see the no-look pass. Just has a presence and a feel for the game.
Randy Wheel says that Tesh's knee is getting stronger by the day. 2-2 the score. 17:30 to go in the first half. Working down low, 8-foot baseline jumper is no good.
But that's okay. That's where you want him to be, Steve. You want him to take advantage of his size and bulk and score on that block first.
Duncan's pass to Callender off his shin, and back come the Tigers, and they are forcing the tempo a little bit. Seth Huber is a streaky outside shooter.
And there's some of the North Carolina principles of defense. On the baseline, you see a trap.
Roberts misses for 3. He's 0 for 2. He was 0 for the night his last time out of the gate. Freshmen will have nights like that. Pass too tall for Callender. This is carrying over from the women's game. The lob pass not going very well.
Not only does it take a pinpoint precision pass, but it also takes the proper positioning of that offensive player. And he must be led perfectly. But more than that, you must hold the defender off with the lower half of your body and roll your shoulders in position to catch that ball. If that ball is not on the money, it will happen just like you saw there, out of bounds.
Leading scorer, top player, Kevin Samuel in the lineup. Another 5-second violation on Brian Williams. Kevin Samuel played about 19 minutes the other night, but he's got a sore left knee, sprained knee ligaments, and it's not that strong. One little funny step, and he could be out of the ball game again. Williams sits down.
Kareem Gilbert back in. He's yet to regain his form from a year ago, fighting off injuries as well. The returning leading assist man in the country hasn't gotten off to a good start this season.
Martinez 3 is short. Air is there. And the putback doesn't go. And there is Gilbert, who skies high, but with that sore lower back, when he hits the deck, that's got to give him a jolt. Kareem Gilbert must run the offense under control, and in their last outing, apparently that was the difference. And picking up the wind off the turnover.
That's a little something for all the fellas back in Brazil. Vitória, Brazil. That's Auten Tesh.
4-2 Blue Raiders. Kevin Samuel, his brother Keith, also on this TSU team. And we're going to get a foul on Richard Duncan.
So important to be able to help your teammates and run to the basketball on this type of pressure that MTSU is putting on TSU.
Randy Wheel telling Duncan, hey, you don't need to put your hands on him. You've already got the guy flustered. There you see the dunk by Tesh to give MTSU the lead.
Something for you.
I come to Toots because I really like the chicken wings. They're probably the best I've ever had.
It's fast food, good service. We enjoy it.
We come to Toots every weekend.
It's a great place for kids, and the food's great.
We love it.
Hello, I'm Malcolm Hall, owner of College Motors. I'd like to invite you to our inventory reduction sale.
If you need a car, truck, or van, College Motors is the place to call. Over 100 units in stock. 6 months or 6,000-mile limited warranty on most vehicles. Bad credit? No credit. We have financing available.
Friends, thanks for visiting with us. At College Motors, we still do business on a handshake. College Motors, founded on a dream and built on trust.
Coming soon to the WB.
Jonathan Vance, high-end art and jewel thief. Amanda Webb, the master of the martial arts and the short con. Marcus Miller, a hacker Robin Hood who uses his computer to steal from the rich to give to the poor. Together, you form the perfect team.
3 coming to the WB. Beginning Monday, February 2nd on Nashville's WB 58.
Well, a little early game jitters, just 4 minutes and 13 seconds in. TSU 4 turnovers. Middle Tennessee a couple themselves.
That's the bad news, but the good news is they're only down 2. It's only 4-2, but with the type of style of defense, which is obviously the North Carolina style defense, they invite you to go to the baseline. Spacing is so important. You got to come meet the basketball, help your teammates out.
They give Gilbert a screen and then throws it over the head of Seth Huber, who hadn't quite turned around for making his cut.
Yeah, just a bad pass by Kareem, because Seth, you know he's not posting up. He's coming out towards that three-point strike.
Turnover number 5, and there's Richard Duncan on the offense. Callender, he won't handle it much out there.
Tight man-to-man defense by the Tigers.
Just recycle around. Don't have to force it, especially early on. Both coaches just as soon see you work around a little bit and get comfortable, because this place is full, 10,000 or so. Tesh fakes when Johnson gives to Duncan. That's way short. And a good seal off by Johnson.
Good box out.
Gilbert the other way. Hubert loves that shot, and that's why.
If you don't, you're going to have a nylon party for that young man. That's the MO on him. He can fill it up. You got to recognize and respect.
Huber's 3 gives TSU their first lead at 5-4. Huber, though, needs some time to get the shot off. He's not nearly as effective when he's on the move.
Right.
And has to pull up and shoot.
Right. He's a spot-up three-point shooter, as we like to call.
Traveling as Tess tried to split 2 men when there was no daylight between the defenders. Turnover number 3 for Middle. And Randy Wheel will go to the bench here at the next stoppage of play. 5-4 TSU. There's Tesh taking out Seth Huber. Johnson didn't give much ground, though, did he? He is a key man to stop. Huber. 2 in a row for Huber.
You better recognize and respect where he is. You're going to have a nylon party, and he's going to be the only one there, Steve.
8-4 TSU. Actually, it's Huber 6, Middle 4.
And, you know, he's been struggling, Seth, the last few games, but he's just too good a shooter to remain in a slump that long.
Duncan, wraparound pass. Callender not ready. Tesh gets the generous roll. Tesh with 4.
Picking up the pieces. Wasn't that a song a few years ago? Average White Band. There's Tesh right in the right place at the right time.
I can't get one over on you. Pick up the pieces. Date yourself, too. Keith Samuel out front to Gilbert. Gilbert very much a left-handed oriented player. Far side, 3-shot goes over the glass and no good. Kevin Samuel. Samuel comes in averaging nearly 15 a game.
Just didn't look comfortable, did he, Steve? It's just, and you alluded earlier about that knee. You know, the slightest of twinge can throw you off, and definitely it will affect your jump shot, and he is a jump shooter.
Gilbert sits down as Williams comes back in. Look at this. The Blue Raiders are 7-0 at home. And TSU, like a lot of teams, struggling on the road, 2-5 away from their own home. Tesh can't get past Johnson. It's Malachi Allen. He's played well the last couple of weeks.
Outstanding leaper. Makes things happen. He's averaging almost 9 points a game off the bench. A well-balanced scoring team for MTSU.
And that's exactly what Randy Wheel wants. He said this afternoon, TSU relies heavily on Johnson scoring. He says, with us, we don't rely on anybody. Williams, 1 too many scoops, and let's see if he gets the charge.
Still waiting for the call. Well, one official looks like he had the call, but the other one made it. And it's a charging foul on Brian Williams. Good thought there. He took it to the hole strong. But maybe one bounce too many.
Still a 2-point lead for TSU. 12:44 to go here in the first half. Duncan and Tesh head up the floor. Ali McGee is checked in for the Blue Raiders.
Another outstanding interchangeable part in this system.
Tesh, good inside move. Malachi, he missed. Malachi missed again.
Wow. Looks like he's on a pogo stick.
There's Jamie Roberts. Like Rodman in a little bit about the quick release, how quick he can reload and get back up there.
Certainly.
That is the only resemblance between those two men. Jamie Roberts pressured against the sideline. Boy, you don't want to take it to the end line, do you?
No, that's where the defense is designed to bring that trap. Got to get rid of it. We get a 5-second call here.
We're down to 5 on the shot clock. Keith Samuel with 1 second left on the shot clock.
Strong. And Keith, nice move. The brother of Kevin, the older of the two.
10-6, TSU by 4. 11:40 to go in the first half. White into the ball game. Kevin White. Tesh got stuck in the air, nowhere to go. Here is Jamie Roberts.
Good defense there by Jason Johnson. Held his ground, didn't go for any fakes.
Keith Samuel battling with Malachi Allen. He dips it back out to Williams. This is Johnson.
That's where you got to make your living, make your money tonight, young man. Right there on the block.
Johnson's first basket, and now the MTSU fans are trying to encourage their players as the Tigers have doubled the score at 12-6. White tried to force it in. No chance. Johnson to take away.
Good defense again by Jason Johnson. And Ayutin Tesh dropping that left foot.
Johnson with an acrobatic play at the other end.
That's basketball. Coaches from the old school love that. Didn't touch the floor not one time on that play.
Randy Wheel wants a 22nd timeout here. 14-6. This is not the TSU team we saw last week.
And you know, Steve, they're one of the most talent-laden teams in the league, so it's just a matter of time if they can put it all together. A lot of basketball left to be played. There's the look ahead by Brian Williams, beautiful pass, and there's Jason Johnson eluding the defenders, not charging anyone. That's athleticism. That's basketball. You can't teach that, Steve.
You know, coming into the season, you could be confused here. TSU had 4 starters returning, Middle 1. Yet Middle is 6-1 in conference play, and TSU is 3-4.
That's why the whole town's talking about Randy Wheel and the job that he's done. And he lost not only 3 good players, but 3 very good players.
So it's 14-6. TSU. Where you see the shooting percentage.
There's Mr. Harden making an appearance.
He was going to play only if he had to. Guess what? At 14-6, he has to.
And fighting an upper respiratory problem. I know he's probably weak, so he's going to play in spurts.
Randy Wheel really did not want to use him because his strength is not there. And if you use him too much, you might take him away for another week. Johnson working on the big young fella, Nassau, and it's no good. There is K.J. Harden.
Come on, big fella, Jason. He's floating out on us, Steve.
Richard Duncan, an ill-advised try for the big freshman lumbering down the floor.
And that's Richard Duncan for you. He makes great plays, and then the next minute, you're pulling your hair out.
I'd like to be able to pull my hair out. 9:59 left of the first half. TSU leads it by 6.
It's the golden anniversary of the Ohio Valley Conference. Champions of both men's and women's hoops will be decided at the 1998 Nautica Footwear OVC Basketball Tournament. Catch the thrills February 28th and March 1st at the downtown Nashville Arena. Best of all, it's affordable, so bring the family and see which teams advance to the big dance, the NCAA Tournament. For tickets, contact your favorite OVC school or call the Arena box office at 615-770-2000.
Missed another call. I need a pager.
We can do a free pager when you buy activation and airtime.
I wish my pager matched my outfit.
We can do that in a variety of colors.
I just broke my pager and I gotta get it fixed now.
We can do that. We repair pagers.
Harold, this is Angela's number. I need a new boyfriend.
We can't do that, but we can activate the other pager she doesn't know he has for just $9.99. In-touch paging, 2 locations to serve you. We can do that.
Need cash today, but it's not payday yet? Tired of the bank charging you 20 bucks every time you bounce a check? You need United Cash Advance. Now open in the Walmart Shopping Center on Charlotte Pike and on Gallatin Pike across from Food Max. If you are employed and have an active checking account, we will cash your personal check for up to $200 and hold it until your next payday. And there's no credit check. Getting help from us is fast and easy. Plus, it's confidential. United Cash Advance is now open in the Walmart Shopping Center on Charlotte Pike and on Gallatin Pike across from Food Max.
This telecast is a special presentation of WNAB Sports and is intended solely for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or other use of this telecast without the express prior written consent of WNAB is prohibited. With Greg Turner, I'm Steve Selby. The early spurt by TSU has them with a 6-point lead and facing full court pressure as we're at the midway point of the first half. And the Tigers having some trouble, and they will throw it away at the other end of the gymnasium.
And he didn't have to do that. But Kevin pushed the panic button just a little there, and that's not unusual for MTSU to come out in this type of pressure. So TSU should have been expecting it. Didn't handle it well that possession. 7th turnover of the game for TSU. Freddie Martinez back in, tried a backdoor cut, couldn't get away from Kevin Samuel. Looked good for a moment, but a good decision not to make that pass. Well, Martinez, if he's going to be manned by Samuel, needs to work him hard and see how good that knee really is. Certainly. A lot of cutting into the basket will show that, and there's Freddie Martinez. He backed out to get the three. He's been cold from the floor lately. Puerto Rican native can fill it up. Comes from Ponce, which is loaded with Major League Baseball players, but he's a prime-time basketball player. 14-11, cut the three on the drive. Samuel Knoll, the reverse tip is in there by Jason Johnson. That's where I like to see that guy make his living inside the paint. 16-11 the score. Martinez is one of those players that played a lot and started some last year, but he has improved his game in every category. Duncan draws the contact. Williams was late getting around the screen, and Duncan a chance for a three-point play. Beautiful ball work by MTSU. Everybody touched it, and there's Richard Duncan going across the lane, drew the contact, and had the presence and the strength to stay with it and hit a fadeaway jumper. Those are the kind of shots you play around with your brothers and your cousins and your neighborhood friends. And he converted on it just then. You have to be able to make those shots with contact. A lot of contact college basketball. Duncan to pull within two. Does that, and for Williams, his second foul, and that's going to force Kareem Gilbert to play maybe a few more minutes than Frankie Allen would like. That cut the lead down to two. Take a look at Richard Duncan. All the way from Louisville, Kentucky. Boy, Air knew that pass was coming. He just couldn't get it into gear in time for the steal. Kevin Samuel, I should say Keith. Malachi Allen and Keith Samuel exchanging a little pleasantries on the floor. 8:25 to go. Looking for Huber. That's a two, and he missed everything. Johnson takes it away from Tesh and puts it back in. For Johnson, that's 8 quick points, and the lead is 18-14. A.J. Harden, not really a scorer, doesn't look to score, but he does so many little things for Randy Wheel. He's what I call the I am. Every team has one, an intangible man. Freddie lost his balance, missed it. Tesh the tip, no. And here's Keith Samuel. Tesh knocked it out of the hand of Malachi Allen. Keith Samuel, a no-look pass to his brother. They've done that before, but it didn't come through. Kevin just not looking comfortable. And this big partial home crowd for the Blue Raiders let Samuel know about it. 18-14. Tennessee State. Talking about Harden, I asked Randy Wheel today, is Harden what you would call an overachiever? And he said, most definitely, I have to have him. A local product here from Murfreesboro, a big guard of 6'6", tough defender. Tesh forces his way around Johnson and makes the basket. Randy Wheel would love to see Tesh to take the 15-foot jumper to give himself some operating room, because teams play for that drive, but he forces the issue and scores. Sure, he's so adept around the lane and so economical with the bounce and just an array of moves. 18-16 TSU.
Johnson. No call as Tesh goes down. That's a late whistle. No call of travel. One more note on Tesh's shooting. According to Randy Wheel, the only game this year that Tesh has taken the outside jumper was Belmont. He was very successful. Timeout on the floor here at the Murphy Center. 6:52 to go in the half. TSU leads it by a couple.
Don't try this with your frames. Try it with ours. Hello, I'm Dr. Serge Martin of AccuVision Optical, and I'd like to introduce you to the new AutoFlex frame from Marchon. You can curl it like a corkscrew or bend it like a pretzel. These frames are virtually indestructible. Plus, all are backed by our exclusive 2-year warranty. So if you're tired of frames that break, try the frame that's a breakthrough. Stop in and see the AutoFlex by Marchon. AccuVision Optical, Georgetown Square, near Kroger.
Tom, we're cold. You better call Corel and get the furnace fixed.
Don't worry, I can fix it.
But honey, you know Corel services American Standard and has flat rates on service and quoted flat rate repairs. Corel, we have a problem.
Corel is Middle Tennessee's residential and commercial air system specialist. Flat rate service charges plus flat rate quoted repairs and guaranteed expert installation.
Glad I thought of calling Corel.
Corel Air Systems featuring American Standard built to a higher standard.
But unhappily, just when you thought Tiffany couldn't get any more peppy.
I'm like, bitch me, I'm a cheerleader.
Then on All Right Already, Carol secretly finds out every answer to Jeopardy. You're good.
What is? Thank you very much.
Feeling guilty, Carol?
What's looking at me like I'm some kind of oxymoron?
Actually, an oxymoron is a figure of speech.
Shut up!
And all new All Right Already after an all new Unhappily.
Sunday night starting at 8 on Nashville's WB58.
Catering for today's crew is being supplied by Big Guns Catering. For your next celebration, office party, record release, or any get-together, make sure to call Big Guns at 329-4163. Big Guns Catering, we shoot to please. With Greg Turner, Steve Selby with you. 6:52 to go in the half. Middle Tennessee is pulled within 2 and possession of the basketball. TSU since 1990, a winning record in this conference, and that says something. This conference has gotten better every year. Air dishes Martinez. Martinez with 5 points, and we are tied at 18.
That's not what Frankie Allen had in mind. It was a 2-2-1 full court press, and Ayers just drove right through it.
Johnson misses the turnaround 15-footer. Keith Samuel has it blocked from behind by McGee, and the ball will go over to the Tigers. McGee with nice help from behind. I wonder where Randy got that jacket.
Keith Samuel, there he is, working hard for the rebound there and couldn't quite get it to go. A lot of contact in there.
Working inside. Samuel is blocked by Callender. Out front, Johnson drains the 15-footer. Johnson with 10. He averages 14 a ball game. And the lead back to TSU.
And you just hate to be redundant, but that's where he can operate the best within this league and for his team. Right around in that paint area. He's so tough to stop.
Ayer has it knocked out of his hands by Kareem Gilbert. Boy, this is amazing in a game with, you've got the rivalry here, you've got a full house, helter-skelter style of play, a total of 3 fouls so far, and we're 14 minutes into the game.
And I know the game has been sold out, but if you're sitting at home and you're looking at this is what OVC basketball is all about. You need to get out and check it out.
Gilbert stripped Duncan, who got it back. And we're going to get a flagrant foul on Kareem Gilbert, who cleaned out Richard Duncan, and Frankie Allen is absolutely livid in front of the TSU bench.
And that was prompted by the play of Richard Duncan. And Richard Duncan gave a little acting. You take a look at it here. Backdoor play by Duncan. Go up, a good block there by Gilbert. And now we take a look at it there. And you see a lot of acting going on. Richard Duncan, he need to sign that guy William Morris agency.
I think it was a legitimate push and a foul, but I don't know how flagrant. The referee seemed to think there was an elbow involved. So
exactly, but the officials using their better discretion to try to nip things in the bud right now. This is a physical ball game, and both teams are playing hard. But
Duncan with 4, had a chance to tie it with his 5th point. Now an opportunity for a 4 or 5-point play. 20-20, 5:44 to go in the first half. See if Middle Tennessee takes advantage of this. Good entry to Tesh. He shuffled his feet, but after a push. Johnson not liking the call.
It was a travel, but the travel was caused by the push in the back. So a good call by the officials there. There again, coach's philosophy. Man-to-man underneath plays or zone.
That's very difficult to play.
It is. It is.
Middle looking for their first lead. See, not too many fouls. As McGee missed the three.
Hold by Richard Duncan. I hate that, Steve. Those little guys try to come in underneath and get those rebounds.
You would. Duncan's second foul, so he'll have to be careful.
He is, because Duncan is the type of player that gives them tempo, be it good or bad sometimes, but he's the guy that creates things for them.
Gilbert operating. Tesh anticipated the pass to Bankston, but he knocked it out of bounds.
He wasn't there, and good defense by Tesh, but also Bankston needs to come across that lane a little bigger and a little wider. 6'10" youngster.
Just learning.
Yes, give your offensive teammate a target.
Cross court, Gilbert kicks to Kevin Samuel. Just off a little bit. Calendar a strong rebound.
The TSU, they have the right idea. Cross court diagonal passes will hurt their defense.
Martinez is feeling it. He's got 8, and MTSU leads by 3.
He's a guy that you forget about him sometimes out on the floor, but you got to know where he is. He's a quiet, silent assassin.
Johnson at the top of the key, nearly threw it away. Well, Freddie Martinez was 1 for 7 from three-point range in his last outing, and he's 2 out of 3 so far tonight.
Shooting 42% from the trifecta range, and that was much higher a couple of weeks ago. As you said, he's been struggling.
Frankie Allen will use a 20-second timeout right here. TSU's last game was a 56-42 win over Tennessee Tech. Meanwhile, for Middle, their last time out of the gate was a successful one. They blew out Austin Peay here Thursday, 63-38. It was never a contest in that one.
Austin Peay just got down, and it was just too much of a deficit.
Stay with us at the half when we will be bringing you the first half stats and highlights, as well as special entertainment via lightning strikes, the halftime ceremonies here at the Murphy Center. Lightning strikes, boy, that's going to be fun. Laser show and everything. You'll see it at home. Back into action. Middle Tennessee with a 3-point lead. Nearly threw it away. Kevin Samuel, some strong hands to control that one. Tesh battles Kevin Samuel. Randy Wheels telling Tesh just to settle down.
Keith had the inside position, and Tesh trying to show the sophomore, says, hey, I'm a senior, you're a sophomore. Let me show you how to get position. A little bit too much contact.
Lots of double teams you see from this Blue Raider defense. Gilbert fakes behind the back. Johnson not ready. Deflected off his hand and out of bounds.
That's a tough pass for anybody to catch.
Oh, you're not going to see it.
And then not only that, Jason Johnson had a defender almost on the side of him that really blocked his vision from receiving that pass. But
4:15 remaining in the half. Tesh. Martinez will try it. That's 3 for Freddie Martinez. He's got 11 points. 6-point lead. Frankie Allen summons Kareem Gilbert for a couple of pointers, and he just beat the 10 count, walking it up the floor. Randy Wheel encouraging his team to play harder defensively. McGee with a hand check on Gilbert. Gilbert finds Johnson, and he missed it. Calendar clears.
Went to the hole strong, just couldn't finish.
Look at McGee. It won't count.
No basket, but a prolific. What an athlete. Ali McGee. Wallace Community College, all the way down. He's a Montgomery, Alabama native. took off a Jordan-esque type of dunk right there. The crowd didn't like it. Let's take a look at it. Ali McGee, a little something for all the fellas back in Montgomery, Alabama.
Tires aren't always the first thing on your mind until you find that pothole out there with your name on it. Trust Uniroyal tires with DuraShield construction built for puncture resistance, long tread life, and durability to take the worst the road can dish out and still keep you going. Uniroyal tires, driving dependability home.
Your Uniroyal specialist in Murfreesboro is Southeastern Tire at 1406 Northwest Broad Street.
Missed another call. I need a pager.
We can do a free pager when you buy activation and airtime.
I wish my pager matched my outfit.
We can do that in a variety of colors.
I just broke my pager, and I gotta get it fixed now.
We can do that. We repair pagers.
Harold, this is Angela's number. I need a new boyfriend.
We can't do that, but we can activate the other pager she doesn't know he has for just $9.99. In-touch paging, 2 locations to serve you. We can do that.
Need cash today, but it's not payday yet? Tired of the bank charging you $20 every time you bounce a check? You need United Cash Advance. Now open in the Walmart Shopping Center on Charlotte Pike and on Gallatin Pike across from Food Max. If you are employed and have an active checking account, we will cash your personal check for up to $200 and hold it until your next payday. And there's no credit check. Getting help from us is fast and easy. Plus, it's confidential. United Cash Advance is now open in the Walmart Shopping Center on Charlotte Pike and on Gallatin Pike across from Food Max.
There you see the time remaining of the first half, 3:34. Middle Tennessee, after trailing 12-6 or 14-6, has gone on a 20-6 run.
Thanks to the efforts of Freddie Martinez, who's been filling it up from outside, having himself a nylon party of his own.
Somebody from TSU have to step up and force him to rush that shot a little bit. Seth Huber, a little trouble handling the ball.
Now we see a little change of defense, a 2-3 zone.
Huber wasn't ready for the pass, shoots on the move. That's no good. Rebound is Martinez as he and Gilbert collide. Duncan to Tash. Left hand, no. Callender with the tip in.
That's where Mantilla is effective for you. The putbacks, the block shot, the picks, to clog up the middle. That's what he does best.
Huber rushes the 3. Callender another rebound. McGee has the alley-oop tipped away.
And this helter-skelter type of pace, shoot them up quick, that's going to be to MTSU's benefit, Steve. That's the type of game Frankie Allen does not want to get into. There we look at the lob pass. The fans wanted a foul. Kareem Gilbert, lucky he didn't get a foul, but very alert play, getting back, making the defensive stop.
All alone, Malachi Allen.
Hello, Gary, Indiana. For all the fellas back in Gary, Malachi Allen. Good timeout by Frankie.
TSU went to sleep on the inbounds play, and Middle saw it. Man-to-man, out of bounds. Coach Turner knows all about that.
Well, but that's why I guess I'm sitting over here, and they're doing what they're doing over there. But it's a personal preference, you know, and it depends on your personnel. You must be able to communicate, and you have to have good switching when you play man-to-man underneath the basket. If not, that's what will happen. A slam dunk on your layup.
Superfly Malachi, the fans trying to help the Blue Raiders on. And Greg, this is very important for Randy Will and the Blue Raiders to get a win tonight. Their next 4 games are all on the road in the OVC.
And they take a little road trip up in that Death Valley swing, which will be difficult. You must take advantage of everything right at home, because winning on the road anywhere, there's another big steal, almost a steal.
Boy, McGee making quite an impact since coming into the game.
But you must take care of home first. Charity begins at home, then spreads itself abroad. So difficult to win on the road in any conference, especially here in the OVC.
2.5 minutes to go in the half. Middle Tennessee's been very active defensively.
And TSU must think about not letting this thing get out of hand.
Right now, forcing the offense away from the basket.
And this is a 2-3 zone defense. They've extended it and inviting TSU the middle is wide open. In a 2-3 zone, that's where your weaknesses will be. Free throw line extended and in the middle areas.
This is where at times, though, during the year, Johnson disappears for a couple of minutes. They just beat the buzzer but missed the shot. Here is Air the other way.
And whether it's his inability of his teammates to get it to him.
Well, he came into the game. Freddie Martinez, right now, he's fast Freddie. 33-20.
Just run into a spot. His teammates know he can put it in the hole. They're finding where he is.
Keith Samuel. Huber gets the three back. His first basket.
That's his shot, Steve. The other shot he took was a little out of character, coming down on the break, jacking it up too quick. Within the set offense, nobody shoots it better than the league. Well, we have a couple of guys, Olsen at UT Martin and Martinez here, but he's one of the premier shooters, three-point shooters in the league.
One thing Huber's three did was silence this crowd. Might be upwards of 11,000 plus. Air goes to Nasi, who lost his balance as he and Johnson jockeyed for position. Under a minute to go in the half.
Johnson just moved back, and Nasi trying to field him and just fell.
Huber can't get two in a row. Ali McGee to Nasi as he falls down. Air running the offense with Duncan on the bench with 2 fouls. Air trying to take Gilbert. There's Allen. McGee trying to challenge the freshman Roberts.
Constant movement by the MTSU offense.
And no rush, really. You're up 10 points in the final half minute of the first half. Jamie Roberts needs to move. He's going to get a 5-second call. Good look to Nasi.
Just fell asleep. Jason got tangled up on a switch. Keith Samuel didn't recover in time. He tried to help out, but it was too late.
Under 10 seconds to play. 35-23. Gilbert playing a little one-on-one. Dishes. Huber won't get it. And that'll do it here in the first half of play. MTSU, after a sluggish start, comes on strong. Freddie Martinez, the man of the hour for Randy Wheel and the Blue Raiders of MTSU. Freddie Martinez, 4 3-pointers in the first half, hitting on 4 of 5 from downtown. That's why they have the big lead. Don't forget, coming up at halftime, lightning will strike. All the suspense of the new mascot will come to an end.
This is Mike. He's been helping his grandpa Ray of Ray's Custom Exhaust since he could walk.
Pop, this one needs a muffler.
Go ahead and put a muffler on it, Mike.
Mike may not have the 10 years experience his grandpa has, but he likes helping his grandpa work on exhaust systems, brakes, shocks, and struts. Put your vehicle into the hands of a professional when it needs some tender, loving care.
Pop, this one's done.
Just don't give Mike your keys until he's a little older. Ray's Custom Exhaust, New Nashville Highway in Murfreesboro.
Sir pizza, we bake it round and slice it square, and you can't top it anywhere.
My relationship with pizza was cooling off. You know, it was looking kind of cheap, and it was getting these big doughy lumps around the edges. At Sir Pizza, the toppings go right to the edge. I think I'm in love again.
Sir Pizza, you made me love pizza again.
At Tennessee Tool and Supply, we make completing your job much easier. Unfortunately, some jobs become too easy.
Get that backhoe. Hurry up. Set up that scaffolding. Faster. Run that sweeper. Come on, move it. Honey, I'm tired. I need to get off my feet.
I'll get you off your feet.
From residential to heavy construction, we specialize in sales and rentals, and we also have equipment for those special jobs. Make your job easier at Tennessee Tool and Supply.
It's the golden anniversary of the Ohio Valley Conference. Champions of both men's and women's hoops will be decided at the 1998 Nautica Footwear OVC Basketball Tournament. Catch the thrills February 28th and March 1st at the downtown Nashville Arena. Best of all, it's affordable, so bring the family and see which teams advance to the big dance, the NCAA Tournament. For tickets, contact your favorite OVC school or call the Arena box office at 615-770-2000.
We're at the Murphy Center on the campus of Middle Tennessee State University, and it's getting kind of fun here with a laser show. Lightning strikes, the halftime celebration here at the Murphy Center as they're set to unveil a new mascot, and they've really had a crescendo building up over the last month. This thing's been sold out for a while.
It sure has. You take a look at all the activity going on. The place is packed, it's rocking, lightning is striking. Not only on the court right now, but it did in the first half for MTSU.
Somebody put a jolt into Freddie Martinez in that first half. And I tell you, some people have criticized the fact that despite the winning ways of Middle Tennessee State, attendance isn't where it should be. This is the perfect opportunity for the fans in the Murfreesboro area and people down the road at TSU to come out here and support the OVC, because there's some great basketball and some other fun things such as this Lightning Strikes promotion.
Certainly, this is Division I basketball. This is Division I basketball, and you need to get out, get off of the sofa, and get out and support these young men and women. Big-time basketball here. Winner of this league goes on, gets an automatic berth into the NCAA.
Middle Tennessee State is in great shape as far as the OVC standings are concerned. TSU is not, but TSU is a team by the end of the season. You get to the tournament, people are going to be trying to duck them. You won't want to play these guys, especially in the first round.
Sure, the key is to try to get into that top 4 spot within the conference play, because those top 4 teams host the first round play-in to go to the 1998 Nautical Footwear OVC basketball tournament. So it's very vital that you finish in that top 4 to be able to host the first round game.
The Laser Light Show continues here in Murfreesboro with Greg Turner, I'm Steve Selby, halftime of the Tennessee State.
A storm is brewing in Middle Tennessee.
About, guys.
A curious combination of forces more than 1 million years old. Inside, a powerful collision unfolds. One where good confronts evil and turns fear into a positive reigning force. Its energy is furious, unyielding, punishing to all who doubt. Its strike will release unbridled power with superior strength and lightning-fast speed. Throughout time, few beings have matched the daunting intensity of this potent storm. In Middle Tennessee, however, where rolling thunder meets rolling hills, its gale force is familiar. Legions of mortals have walked these grounds, heroes with strength to survive, wills to achieve, power to succeed. Though no being ever obtained immortality like this encroaching storm. In a land where freedom of flight and horsepower unite, the storm skies generate an icon of hope, an immortal being that symbolizes the very qualities that breed champions. Unending strength, unharnessed energy, undying devotion. As the university grows and conquers, the storm prepares to unleash its force. It descends with the winds of change and delivers the fury of the future. It commands attention. It demands respect. And now stands ready to strike fear from the hearts of any who dare oppose. The Blue Raider.
Here is your new mascot, if you're a Middle Tennessee fan. That show you just saw on your screen at home is what they showed on some big cameras here in the Murphy Center. This probably as hyped up as this student body's been in a long time.
A lot of years since it's been packed like this. But then again, last year it was packed against Vanderbilt, but I'd like to see this type of crowd night in and night out, or at least on the weekends.
I'll tell you what, the mascot knows how to milk a one-shot too, doesn't he? Got a strut to him. A blue-winged horse, that's a first. Must be cold outside. if you go back to mythology, the winged horse possess superior cunning and speed. The thundering horse of the gods entrusted to carry Zeus's lightning bolts. That's the tie-in. Here at the Murphy Center.
Definitely a page out of the mythological characters there. What certain is, nobody else in the country has anything like it.
No, and that means the dog's been put out to pasture, huh?
So long, old blue. Hello, lightning.
Now, as our heroes of yesteryear bring out our battle flag, a new era in Middle Tennessee athletics begins.
Stallion in the house is enjoying a mob scene of kids. We're at halftime in TSU and Tennessee State.
I come to Toots because I really like the chicken wings. They're probably the best I've ever had.
It's fast food, good service. We enjoy it. Come to Toots every weekend.
It's a great place for kids and the food's great.
We love it.
I first started losing my hair when I was about 22 years old. Now that I'm 37, I've noticed that I've got quite a problem.
Randy is a candidate for a hair transplantation.
The reason why I'm doing something now about my hair loss is because I want to feel better about myself. I think people look better with hair.
Find out if you're a candidate for hair transplantation. Call for your free information package right now. Call Pierre Amlot International today.
Hi, I'm Buddy Good from Advantage Dodge right here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, and I'm proud to say that we're the #1 volume Dodge dealer in Middle Tennessee, and we're the only 5-star Dodge dealer in Middle Tennessee. And you know, that gives you the opportunity to have a lot more vehicles, like 65 new Dodge Dakotas in stock, over 50 new Caravans with rebates up to $1,000 and discounts up to $5,000. If you want great payments, if you want a great price, if you want the best deal anywhere in Middle Tennessee, there's only one place to come, Advantage Dodge, right here in the borough. Murfreesboro, that is.
It's inventory reduction sale days at Watson's. If you've been waiting for a deal on a slate pool table, now's the time. 8-foot slate pool tables, only $6.99 installed.
Big selection and guaranteed lowest prices on tanning beds. Like this one, only $11.99. That's $44 a month.
If you're thinking of a pool this summer, now's the time to save money. 24-foot pool package installed, just $10.99.
Watson's has a variety of spas in different sizes and colors. Save 40 to 60% now on all in-stock spas. That's Watson's.
Along with Greg Turner, Steve Selby with you at the Murphy Center. It was early, TSU 14-6, but you can tell looking at the score, the Blue Raiders and the new version of the Blue Raiders got red hot, especially Freddie Martinez from outside the area code.
He is. He's been the difference in the ball game, shooting it extremely well from beyond the arc. They're shooting as a team 50%. And ideally, when you go into a basketball game, if you're shooting a three-point shot, you want to shoot anywhere from 30 to 40%. You're shooting 50%. That's lights out.
And that's how you win basketball games. A little bit of foul trouble early also for TSU. Middle Tennessee State got some key inside play, I thought, from Callender, the big guy. Some big rebounds and pretty solid defensively.
Sure, he's the guy that picks up the pieces and gets the loose balls, blocks the shot. That's what you want him to do. And anytime he can come in and do that for you, it's just an added plus.
Here are your first half numbers to tell you how Middle Tennessee got that lead.
Let's take a look at everything right here. What sticks out is the field goal shooting percentage right away. MTSU shooting 56%. And the rebounds, they have a slight edge. TSU on paper is the better rebounding team, but MTSU is ahead there. Look at the foul problems. Not a lot of fouls. Pretty clean game so far. Turnovers, TSU 10, MTSU 9, and the steals, big surprise there. Only 3 in the whole ball game, with TSU having 2 of those.
Great shooting and some acrobatic plays in the first half tonight.
We look at Seth Huber, one of the prolific three-point shooters in the Ohio Valley Conference, and take a look at Brian Williams pushing it up to a streaking Jason Johnson, avoiding all contact and making an acrobatic layup right there. Take a look at one of the Samuel brothers, and that was Keith missing a shot and the follow by Jason Johnson, who in the first few minutes made his living in the paint. That's where I'd like to see him do more. And Auden Tesh showing you he has a little more bounce to the ounce, giving something for all the guys back in Brazil to talk about. Running the floor. And there's Martinez. Merrily just running the floor, spotting up. Teammates doing a good job at recognizing him and finding him. And we take a look at a dunk that was called no good, but Ali McGee knocking it down, a prolific. He loved that. He says, don't give me 2 points, give me 3.
And not this crowd in the Murphy Center needed any more extra something to get them pumped up here, because they didn't, but they got louder, and they've had a great time. Lightning has struck, and we've got 20 minutes of basketball coming up.
I believe what makes our soda shop so special is our kitchen. We actually have a kitchen here on our property, which we bake up our baked goods daily. We also make our own spreads for our sandwiches and our soups. We're very proud of our kitchen. Basically, everything that we have in the soda shop is made from our kitchen other than our fountain items, and I think that's what makes our soda shop so special.
It's the golden anniversary of the Ohio Valley Conference. Champions of both men's and women's hoops will be decided at the 1998 Nautica Footwear OVC Basketball Tournament. Catch the thrills February 28th and March 1st at the downtown Nashville Arena. Best of all, it's affordable, so bring the family and see which teams advance to the big dance, the NCAA Tournament. For tickets, contact your favorite OVC school or call the Arena box office at 615-770-2000.
Hey, NFL fans, do us a favor, please. Put something on. Like officially licensed NFL merchandise at Goodyear. Right now, get some of Goodyear's best selected tires like Aquatreads, Eagles, and Wranglers. And get $50 or $75 good towards officially licensed NFL merchandise. Great Goodyear treads, incredible NFL threads.
Get details at Jennings Tire Company today for incredible Goodyear treads and officially licensed NFL threads. But hurry, offer ends January 31st.
Country Squire Homes in Murfreesboro is having a factory direct sale. They're overstocked, and these homes must go. You can save thousands now at Country Squire. With winter here, wouldn't you like to cozy up in front of your fireplace in your spacious family room? Our homes are energy efficient with top-of-the-line GE appliances like side-by-side refrigerators, heavy-duty dishwashers, state-of-the-art ranges, and built-in microwaves. Enjoy life with large bedrooms and luxury baths, even available with jacuzzi garden tubs. Call or stop by today. Country Squire Homes, Murfreesboro.
Tennessee with a 12-point advantage as we're set to start the second half here. 35-23 is the score. We'll be back with the second half tip right after this.
Are you tired of the game yet? You know, the one where you comb your hair a little this way and a little that way, hoping no one will notice that you've lost some hair. Instead of fussing with it, your hair can look like this.
So call 1-800-HAIR-CLUB now, and we'll send you our latest free brochure with before and after photos of clients who've realized the benefits of our latest breakthrough, anonymous hair technology.
We call it anonymous hair because you can't tell. It's real hair added in with your own, so whether you're swimming or if someone's just running their fingers through it, it's just like your own hair. Why spend up to $50,000 for transplants or buy minoxidil for the rest of your life to get a little fuzz up there? The cost? It's free. Just prepay for any one-year club plan, and the hair is free.
So call 1-800-HAIR-CLUB for your free brochure, free hair, and if you call now for a limited time, you'll also get a free round-trip American Airlines ticket good for travel in the lower 48 United States or Canada. That's 1-800-HAIR-CLUB.
Missed another call. I need a pager.
We can do a free pager when you buy activation and airtime.
I wish my pager matched my outfit.
We can do that in a variety of colors.
I just broke my pager, and I gotta get it fixed now.
We can do that. We repair pagers.
Harold, this is Angela's number. I need a new boyfriend.
We can't do that, but we can activate the other pager she doesn't know he has for just $9.99. In-touch paging, 2 locations to serve you. We can do that.
The only way to get closer to the action is to wear a badge. Catch the action every weekday starting at 5 on Nashville's WV58.
Just about set to tip it off of the second half. Middle Tennessee will open up with a 12-point lead.
This WNAB sports presentation is brought to you by In-Touch Paging. Got a communications problem? In-Touch Paging has a communications solution. And by United Cash Advance, with 3 Nashville locations to serve you. United Cash Advance.
(35-23). Greg Turner, Steve Zombie with you. Middle Tennessee will have the ball to open up the second half, and I would imagine Frankie Allen, the Tigers coach at halftime, challenged somebody to personally stop Freddie Martinez, who just bombed away in the first half.
Sure, and it's just a matter of getting back, picking up someone. No longer can you use the defensive principles, run into the middle of the lane, and then spread out. You must run and find those shooters and find them first.
And look at how the Blue Raiders have spaced out their offense in their first possession. Calendar up high with 15 on the shot clock.
TSU into their man-to-man defense.
Air trying to get it to Tesh. Huber with a deflection, but he couldn't find the pass.
No, Seth, you gotta know if you deflect it right away, automatically, you should think just run to the other end that your teammates would get it.
Tesh drives by him with the left hand. Again, Johnson didn't give him the room to force him to take the shot, and he was able to drive around it.
And Tesh just so fluid around the bucket. Reminds me a lot of a former player that played at the Celtics, Cornbread Maxwell. His games are very similar. Long arms. You know how to score a variety of ways.
Johnson missed badly from the elbow on the left side, and TSU fortunate to get the ball back. They trail by 14. Randy Wheel would love to see Johnson handle the ball 25 feet from home. Yes. Calendar with a block.
And that's exactly what you don't want him to do. That's not where he can help the team most, and that's not where he's most effective.
Down low, Tesh, same move. Shovels. Calendar wasn't ready for it.
Got to be ready. He's just so slick around the hole. And his teammates, you would think, and Mattia, of all people, played with him in junior college up in Southern Idaho. So just got caught looking at the bucket, trying to get that offensive rebound.
Williams starts as Kareem Gilbert sits, still bothered by a bad back, but he'll play the second half. Pounding down low to Samuel. Bodies on the floor, and Calendar with a takeaway.
Just good defense. Good post-up defense.
Trying to add to a 14-point advantage. Well, you know Freddie Martinez hated for halftime to come around.
Cooled him off just a bit.
And Wheel just trying to work the ball, use clock, and try and get TSU to go to sleep defensively, which they did a couple of times in the first half.
And it's a team that's so balanced offensively, you can't zone them.
Tesh nearly got the loose ball, but Randy Wheel upset on the sideline. He doesn't want Calendar taking that shot either.
Shot clock winding down just a tad, and Mantia felt he had to put something up, but still a little time left to perhaps make one more pass.
Johnson working inside on Calendar. He's in trouble, and he walked with the basketball. Good job, Calendar.
But that's okay. That's where you want Jason Johnson to operate.
Malachi Allen will come in. Calendar will sit down. Allen played well in the first half. 17-15 remaining in the second half.
A player that Malachi Allen could be starting on any other OVC team within this league, but system here, Middle Tennessee State, that's so balanced.
I think we got Williams with a hand check. No. Johnson, tell you what, there's some elbows flying on the cuts inside. It's getting a little rough underneath. For Johnson, that'll be his second foul. And a full 35 for the Blue Raiders.
Not a lot of fouls called. That's only the 9th foul called in this whole basketball game.
Duncan 3, no. Rebound Huber. Huber the other way, quickly inside Samuel. Keith Samuel. Yeah.
Need some cutters to the hole, excuse me, Steve, because they got hit on the wrist.
And a foul Duncan didn't need to commit. Samuel was sliding right and shooting left from about 18 feet.
Wide foul, a jump shooter, 20 feet from the basket.
And for Duncan, his third.
He knew it, too. He knew he's coming out of the basketball game.
This will be TSU's first trip to the foul line tonight.
That is unbelievable. And not because of it's not because of any officiating. It's just because of the pace of the basketball game. It's been so furious and a lot of contact, but a clean game nevertheless.
Samuel missed. Well, Middle's only taken 3 shots himself from the line, so it's not like it's been an unbalanced amount of fouls tonight.
Exactly. No home cooking here.
Boy, nothing falling for Kevin Samuel. Back from the Blue Raiders. There's Freddie. He's still got it.
And so nonchalantly. I mean, Kevin Samuels is right in front of him.
Just like Ralph Mouth, he's still got it. 40-23, and Frankie Allen wants time. 22nd timeout.
This could get ugly if a few more buckets like that happen.
A couple of scores around the OVC in the second half. 1:19 remaining. UT Martin up on Eastern Illinois, 57-54. There's Lightning. Strutting pretty good. 39 seconds left. Austin Peay has gone ahead of Tennessee Tech, 74-71. Here we go.
Looking at the break, Air just running it, pushing it up the side of the floor. Martinez just setting up. You saw Kevin Samuels right there inside his shirt, so to speak, but nevertheless, Martinez undressed him with that jumper there.
Filling it up in a 17-point lead.
What a basketball background. We talked about Martinez earlier. I mean, he's in Puerto Rico, played on 4 different teams and won 4 different championships. Played a lot of basketball in his young life.
Martinez finds White, won't take it. Air will, and that is short, and out of bounds. Oh, plus Puerto Rico, a little international experience too for Martinez, and that's, you're playing against older men and that kind of stuff.
Sure.
Well, Lightning strut is struck. He's strutting, and he's leading by 17.
There comes a time in all of our lives
Dawson. You're Dawson, yeah, I know. We met before.
when it's the end of something simple.
I just think our emerging hormones are destined to alter our relationship.
Your emerging hormones aren't developing a thing for me, are they?
And the beginning.
Oh, my God.
Of everything else.
Do you think I could help you locate a video?
Where would I find The Graduate? I love your hair color. What number is that?
That's mature.
What is your problem? My problem is that from the moment Little Miss Highlight showed up, you haven't said one word to me.
Crap! That is pure crap.
The WB presents a landmark series.
You have got to stop with this before it gets out of hand.
Oh, this is already out of hand.
Dawson, this is my chance to start over. This is my chance. Fasten your seatbelt. It's gonna be a bumpy life.
Dawson's Creek, coming to Tuesdays this January on the WB.
It's inventory reduction sale days at Watson's. If you've been waiting for a deal on a slate pool table, now's the time. 8-foot slate pool tables, only $6.99 installed.
Big selection and guaranteed lowest prices on tanning beds. Like this one, only $11.99. That's $44 a month.
If you're thinking of a pool this summer, now's the time to save money. 24-foot pool package installed, just $10.99.
Watson's has a variety of spas in different sizes and colors. Save 40 to 60% now on all in-stock spas. That's Watson's.
The lead has grown to 17 for the MTSU Blue Raiders, and Tennessee State needs a basket here desperately. They have yet to score in the first 4 minutes of the second half.
From the looks of it now, MTSU is going to continue that home court winning streak. Still with a lot of basketball left here. They've won 13 in a row. That's the 20th best current home winning streak in the nation.
Gilbert is back in to run the offense and try and jumpstart his offense.
Nice diagonal pass.
Kevin Samuel just doesn't have it tonight. Johnson fades right, not there. Tesh, the rebound. Air the quick lead pass. White will try three. Not this time. Let's see whose ball it is. It will go to MTSU. Samuel with a great effort in front of the Blue Raider bench.
Long rebound. Hard to get to. Most of the time, only the shooter that attempted the shot can run it down, especially when it comes back in his direction.
Look at that. The Blue Raiders on a 5-game win streak over Tennessee State. Martinez gets 2 screens, fakes into the paint, left hand. That's goaltending, and an ill-advised goaltending. Yes. That ball was going to come up short.
Yes, I don't think that was going to be a basket, but Jason Johnson trying to make his presence felt. And not a bad idea, but not at this particular time right here, because it looks like he was going to go off to the right of the bucket. But that's where Martinez, his game has developed and has changed from last year. Last year was a strictly spot-up shooting. This year putting it on the floor and advancing.
Martinez, pretty good acting by Tesh there as a freshman. Roberts drove in. About to say Martinez with 19, and that's the Blue Raider lead, 19 points.
Nowhere to go. Jamie Roberts, there he is, pushing off with the off arm, his left arm, and Tesh right there waiting. And that's the design of this Middle Tennessee State University defense, trapping you, inviting you to go to the baseline.
Martinez sits down. What a night he is having. There to run the offense as Duncan sits with 3 fouls. Just working it around, spreading out the defense.
So balanced. When substitutions occur, they don't miss a beat. That's that offense, and that's coaching, keeping everybody mentally and physically in the game. Coach Will says, I don't care if you played 10 minutes, 10 seconds, 20 minutes, you play the same amount of effort.
Roberts with a foul, and this freshman must be frustrated. In 29 minutes in his last game, he didn't score. He's played a good bit of the ball game tonight, hasn't scored as well, and he's a very emotional. He's coming out of the state of Georgia, one of the top players to come out of Georgia in the last couple of years. The freshman will have times like this.
Jamie Roberts from Albany, Georgia.
I can tell you about Albany, Georgia. There's some serious players that have come out of there in the last 6 years. We'll talk about it if we get a chance. Pass strip, draws the foul. You even had the pronunciation right.
Yes.
People look at it and think it's pronounced like Albany, New York, but it's Albany.
Well, when in Rome, you're right. Up north, it's Albany, but down in Georgia, it's Albany. And there's Tesh showing you one of his cracker moves there as he spins. That's what he likes to do, and that's the MO on him, but teams seem that they can't stop it, man. He likes to take you one direction and spin to the other.
9 points for Tesh, as Middle's now 4 out of 4 from the line on the night. The lead stands at 20 and make it 21. 10 for Tesh. Still lots of time to go, but Tennessee State is now scoreless in nearly 6 minutes of play.
And it's been no presence inside.
Gilbert for 3. Look at that.
That may open up some inside play right there if you hit a couple of those.
That breaks the drought, 44-26. That's White. Second try from 3-point range, and he's 0 for 2. Johnson the rebound. Johnson with his 7th of the ball game. Gilbert after the 3 now tries the shake and bake, and he was in traffic, and Tesh was there for the takeaway. Air collides with Gilbert. Roberts coming back, and Johnson with a jam and a foul.
Jason Johnson showing you that NBA frame right there. He's bulked up about 20 pounds, but we had a scurry for the basketball, and TSU comes up with the beautiful sit-down bounce pass, and there's Jason Johnson giving all the fellas back in Dyersburg, Tennessee, something to talk about.
Having himself a big year. Tesh, Ayutan Tesh with his second foul. Johnson will go to the line, his first trip tonight.
That may be just what they need to spark Big Blue on a run, a semi-run here.
No, it's a 5-0 run right now. That's a start. Backdoor. Tesh lays it up and in. Bankston got caught up in traffic. Tesh with a dozen at a 17-point Blue Raider lead. Gilbert looks like he's trying to take a little bit into his hands now. Suber with good head and shoulders, and Callender came down on the shoulders. Go for a ride.
Had to put a saddle on Self then, and luckily it was no injury here on this play, but the nice pump fake, and it's Malachi Allen, who's got to be plus 40-inch vertical, probably, but on top for the foul there, and we're lucky no serious injury occurred then.
Huber hits the first. He rarely goes to the free throw line. I think he's like 1 for 4 coming into the ball game.
Only 4 attempts, right? 1 for 4, and he spends most of his time out on the perimeter. Not a lot of contact occurs, so that's why the low shooting percentage, but you know he's a good shooter.
He hits both, 46-31. KJ Harden comes in. He played just, what, a minute or two in the first half. And made a basket, got a rebound.
Yes, productive minutes.
And sat down, and that's probably about all he'll play here. 13:05 to go.
And that's the key with substitution on any team, productivity. You don't want to come in and negate anything your team is doing.
Nassau put it on the floor and lost it. Roberts somehow gets it to go in.
Boy, you got to go to the hole with the screws on with Malachi Allen back there, because he's all over the square. Didn't get it.
46-33. Nassau a long way from the basket. Harden, he won't force the shot. He will force the pass and lose the ball. Huber, bad pass to Roberts.
Just the athletic ability to run it down, Steve.
He changed directions.
In midair and mid-motion.
Gilbert 3, and Randy Wheel may be ready for a timeout. It's a 10-point game.
Just like that. This is what college basketball is all about. And this is why the OVC and is so exciting.
Wheel says, come on, just play ball. We're not panicking. We're not calling a timeout. 12-10 to go. Richard Duncan back into the game. Gets by Gilbert in the running one-hander. Wide right. Johnson to Gilbert.
Heads up.
Chance to get it under 10. Huber wants 3.
Bam.
He'll get it.
Nylon party for Self Huber.
Randy Will says, don't walk it up the floor. Let's go.
It looks like Freddie Martinez. Both of them like to run to their spots. Teammates find them. They knock them down.
Well, it has been a 13-0 run. Tesh and Martinez will come back into the ballgame.
Personnel got a little bit laid back there for Coach Gill. He wasn't interested in that. We take a look at Self Huber, and that's what he does best. Self Huber from Tennessee, Nashville, Tennessee, and of course a crowd favorite at TSU, and he's from Aquinas Junior College, so a local product.
Well, look at this.
Last year, MTSU taking both, Steve.
They weren't gimmies last year either, were they?
No, they weren't.
And right now, it doesn't look like it is here either. Well, Randy Wheel tried to get some minutes out of his bench, but they did not perform the last 2 minutes as they did in the first half. So the exception of McGee being in there, he's got his starters back on the floor. Well, he also has put Allen back in there, so 3 of the 5 starters in there. 16-2 run, that's why Tennessee State is back in this thing. McGee, Roberts, the reach miss. McGee will try 3. Boy, anybody who's putting it up is knocking it down. McGee's first basket. That stops the run and the lead back to 10.
Steve, you may need to suit up. The way that looked like that basket is as big as the backboard tonight.
Oh, if I loosen the tie, maybe I got it. Nah. Johnson finds Samuel. No call. 2 points.
A good no call. Very well could have been a foul.
Keith Samuel with 4. And Gilbert with a hand check out front.
You're looking at two of the quickest guards in the Ohio Valley Conference. Kareem Gilbert and Richard Duncan. You could stub your toe checking both of those guys, Steve.
Well, they're going to take a break here at the Murphy Center. With 11 minutes, 2 seconds to go. The lead had been cut to 8, back to 10, back to 8. Blue Raiders lead it, 49-41.
It's the golden anniversary of the Ohio Valley Conference. Champions of both men's and women's hoops will be decided at the 1998 Nautica Footwear OVC Basketball Tournament. Catch the thrills February 28th and March 1st at the downtown Nashville Arena. Best of all, it's affordable, so bring the family and see which teams advance to the big dance, the NCAA Tournament. For tickets, contact your favorite OVC school or call the Arena box office at 615-770-2000.
Are you tired of the game yet? You know, the one where you comb your hair a little this way and a little that way, hoping no one will notice that you've lost some hair. Instead of fussing with it, your hair can look like this.
So call 1-800-HAIR-CLUB now, and we'll send you our latest free brochure with before and after photos of clients who've realized the benefits of our latest breakthrough, anonymous hair technology.
We call it anonymous hair because you can't tell. It's real hair added in with your own, so whether you're swimming or if someone's just running their fingers through it, it's just like your own hair. Why spend up to 50 grand for transplants or buy minoxidil for the rest of your life to get a little fuzz up there? The cost? It's free. Just prepay for any one-year club plan and the hair is free.
So call 1-800-HAIR-CLUB for your free brochure, free hair, and if you call now for a limited time, you'll also get a free round-trip American Airlines ticket good for travel in the lower 48 United States or Canada. That's 1-800-HAIR-CLUB.
Catering for today's crew is being supplied by Big Guns Catering. For your next celebration, office party, record release, or any get-together for that matter, make sure to call Big Guns at 329-4163. Big Guns Catering. We shoot to please. There's your reset, 49-41. Middle Tennessee's 20-point lead is toast. 11:02 to play. McGee right in front of our location, inbounds to Duncan.
Importing possession right here. The tide has just turned just a tad bit on MTSU.
Martinez couldn't shake Huber, one dribble, but off the move, it's a tougher shot. And players hit the deck, and Williams the other way for TSU.
A good strong rebound by Seth Huber. He is about 6'6", so he's a big guard.
Keith Samuel inside, missed it. Boy, he had a good look. Tesh, the rebound, is fifth. Duncan penetrates.
Another rebound by Seth.
And Huber's not known for rebounding about 3 a game.
Yes, he's already above that with 5.
Williams beat Duncan, and we'll go the other way.
Just 1 or 2 dribbles too far.
Tesh was waiting for him. And for Brian Williams.
Take a look at the transfer from Oregon that just became eligible the second semester. He wanted to make a pass, but had gotten so far underneath the hoop, he decided to just put it up, but there's the charge right there. And that may be the next thing you see in college basketball, Steve. Like the NBA has the little dotted line where if you're inside that line, it would be no charge. If you set up outside that line, it's a good call. So now I do like that.
Martinez throws it away. Keith Samuel. Far side. Kevin tries. No. And the tip drill goes to Johnson. 9:50 to go. Roberts. No. Callender had nobody challenged him underneath that time.
Good box out right there by Mattia Callender. And a questionable shot by Jamie Roberts, but he had a good look at it.
Next foul will put TSU over the limit. Back to a little motion offense as Freddie gets banged a little bit out front. Now Tesh with his back to the basket. Spins and draws the foul. Well, the last couple of times Tesh has tried to go inside, he spun to his left, so Johnson took the fake, and Tesh reversed himself and drew the foul.
And also operating on the other side of the fold. There he is. He faces the nation. In other words, he looks at his defender first, and then he decides what he wants to do. So he puts it on the floor, left hand, spins back to his right. So tough to contain. Just shows you so many looks around that bucket. Struggling from the free throw line there, but Auden Tesh, one of the premier forwards in the Ohio Valley Conference.
Tesh 2 out of 3 from the line, a dozen points. And there gives the Blue Raiders a 9-point lead, 50-41, 9:21 to play.
And you see a little token 2-2-1.
Gilbert, Kevin Samuel, way short.
Just not looking good at all on his shot. Just struggling. That knee has to be bothering him, Steve.
Well, knee bothers you. Timing is off because you really haven't worked much in the last week.
Your wind, you know, your conditioning. All those are factors involved.
Again, they spread the offense as they did to start the half when they went on a little spurt to blow it open to 20. Duncan, no call underneath.
Good run out by Jamie Roberts.
Roberts with a couple of breakaway layups has 4 points, 50-43. Randy Wheel not happy that they got beat down the floor.
Kareem Gilbert shows you why he was the leading return assist man in the country. You get open, he will get it to you. His decision-making skills are questionable sometimes, but nevertheless, he makes some big plays, and he goes for the home run play a lot.
Whistle away as Callender and Keith Samuel battle underneath. There you see Keith. Here are some of the players that have come out of Albany, Georgia, where there are 4 high schools within just a couple of miles of each other. Dontonio Wingfield, who's with Portland in the NBA. Pertha Robinson, who started 3 years with Georgia.
Sure.
Chris Cameron started 3 years at Tulane. Melvin Drake went to Georgia. You got 2 Samuels and a Roberts out of the same city here.
And, you know, you have some great football talent down there as well. And Jamie Roberts was an all-state football performer. Quarterback, passed for over 2,000 yards, rushed for over 600.
Gilbert kicks it. Kevin Samuel. Boy, what a night.
That looked a little better, but it just didn't go down. And now your confidence plays a role in it.
And he just walked back underneath the hoop with his head down. He's shaking his head.
Yep.
Gilbert over air, no good. And here is air back the other way.
Not a good shot. Your team, you're only down 7. Still plenty of time. Take your time.
Martinez had it stripped, but got it back. McGee, no. Knocked out of bounds. It looked like Tesh maybe came over the top and knocked it out, but the Blue Raiders will get it back.
Another one of those long rebounds, and you get those when you shoot a lot of 3-point shots.
He got a shot at Kevin Samuel heading to the bench. He is 0 for 7, 0 for 6 from 3-point range.
Need cash today, but it's not payday yet? Tired of the bank charging you $20 every time you bounce a check? You need United Cash Advance. Now open in the Walmart Shopping Center on Charlotte Pike and on Gallatin Pike across from Food Max. If you are employed and have an active checking account, we will cash your personal check for up to $200 and hold it until your next payday. And there's no credit check. Getting help from us is fast and easy. Plus, it's confidential. United Cash Advance is now open in the Walmart Shopping Center on Charlotte Pike and on Gallatin Pike across from Food Max.
We call it a family for a couple of reasons. First, because all of the businesses truly are family operated and family owned right here in Middle Tennessee. And I really think the family got its second name because we really try to treat people like family. In the good times and the bad times, we just try to take care of their needs like family. And that's pretty much where we got the name.
Jonathan Vance, high-end art and jewel thief. Amanda Webb, a master of the martial arts and the short con. Marcus Miller, a hacker Robin Hood who uses his computer to steal from the rich to give to the poor. Together, you form the perfect team.
3 coming to the WB.
Coming soon on Nashville's WB 58.
Well, sometimes you have to just show the side of yourself that everybody hasn't seen before in your lifetime. So the guy in the black and the white got out there and put some moves on the floor. A reminder that at the conclusion of the game, Greg and I will be presenting the In Touch Paging play of the game. In Touch Paging got a communications problem. In Touch Paging has a communications solution.
And if you ever see this tape, Mr. John Guthrie, the supervisor of officials in the SEC, you can relax. That wasn't a real official. That was a kind of a mock skit there. Yeah. Somebody came out on the floor. I could picture Mr. Guthrie now saying, what in the heck are my guys doing out there dancing? And it wasn't. We could vouch for them.
There you see the shooting percentage is pretty even between the two teams. By the way, the three officials who were not partaking in the dance fever, John Hampton, Keith McClellan, and Andrew Walton tonight. Team fouls, there you see, Middle shooting the bonus. Tennessee State's got a ways to go. 4 more fouls before they get the 1-and-1. Well, they're having to mop up the floor just a little bit after they tried to douse the imposter who was on the floor. And, of course, warranted concern by Frankie Allen. He wants to make sure his players have good footing down there.
Steve, if you do a skit, let's do it all the way. He was supposed to take all of that water.
He was.
He moved out of the way.
Lightning's got horrible aim. Maybe he needs glasses. Well, we have 7:35 to go. It's a 50-43 Middle Tennessee lead.
TSU,
in front of a packed house.
They're very much in this ball game, Steve. Have fought their way from double digits.
Callender couldn't get it, but Tesh tapped it in air. A great pass, but Tesh cleaned it up. Tesh has 9 points here in the second half, 15 overall.
TSU got caught looking at the action instead of putting a body on a body and boxing out.
Gilbert triple teamed at the baseline. Somebody's open. It's Roberts, and it's 3. And fortunate there wasn't 4.
Could have been a foul.
Roberts was 7 all in the second half, and that cuts it to 6.
Ali McGee kind of ran over him there, and the officials thought it was just incidental contact, no call.
Air backs out, motion offense, and of course that's what Dean Smith runs at North Carolina, and Randy Wheel has seen it from both a player's perspective and a coach's perspective. There's Air in traffic, foul.
And Kareem was real winded. He kind of pointed to the bench, touched his chest. That's a kind of universal sign to say I'm tired, and Ayers takes advantage of it. Drives to the lane, and of course his teammates that put so much pressure on you when you're broken down on defense like that. The help had to come over and got the foul. Take a look at the free throw shooting percentage.
Not many opportunities, but the Blue Raiders making the most of them. But Air lifts one up.
And that's very un-Hoosier-like. Mr. Ken Air from Rockport, Indiana. For those of you in geography class, that's about a little northeast Kentucky. It's pretty close to Owensboro, Kentucky. So
I called you coach earlier tonight. I may change that to professor. You're killing me. Air will try making 1 out of 2. He is 0 for 2.
Oh, it's got to be a foul somewhere.
Yeah, Martinez over the back. Freddie's first. The lead stays at 6. A 3-pointer cuts it in half.
TSU not able to capitalize on those free throws there.
Ryan Williams back in. As Gilbert gets a rest.
Shooting 64% as a team, so tough breaks there.
Again, MTSU forces the offense further away from the basket. Pass tipped by Duncan. Tesh won't give it to the lead man. Instead of jam and bring them to their feet.
And Richard Duncan didn't appreciate that too much, and I think he should have passed that ball ahead. I don't know if Tesh saw him, but he had to have seen him open. But he said, I'm going to take this all the way myself.
Newton sees the floor just fine.
Yes, yes.
Williams outside. Huber's had a good hand in the second half. Not there. Tesh had inside possession, but couldn't hold it. No, Richard Duncan gave Newton a pretty good look.
Yeah, a nasty look there. And Tesh is a player that sees the floor real well, and ordinarily he would have made that pass, but I think he wanted to be on a few late-night telecast highlights there.
They brought the crowd alive. Newton needs to walk by him and say, I owe you one. 54-46, 5:35 to go. TSU on the short end of the score.
An 8-point game, very much in this ball game.
Roberts playing one-on-one with Martinez, who tries to get him to go baseline. Samuel by Allen. Tesh takes the charge.
Yep. And that had to be probably the 4th or 5th charge he has taken tonight. He gets the floor burn award, definitely, for the Blue Raiders. Take a look at Keith Samuel putting it on the floor. And there you see Aiyutan Tesh having a good position. Would have been nice to just dish that right off to Jason Johnson. He was waiting for it.
Or if you see Tesh sliding there, you just pull up and pop from 12 feet.
Pull up and stop. One of the most difficult shots to hit in basketball, that in-between shot. And a tough shot to learn as a basketball player, when to pull up.
Randy Will barks instructions across the way as the motion offense uses up clock. Spinning, Allen. Now it's Freddie Martinez. Didn't quite get squared up on that one.
Man rebound by Jason Johnson.
A dozen on the night. Air anticipated the Williams pass. Good look to Duncan. He'll draw the foul.
Just a little body contact by Jamie Roberts.
Duncan anticipated the contact. You can watch him drift away from the basket here.
There's Air knowing that he didn't have the foot speed to beat the defender, so he wisely gives it up. There you take a look at Richard Duncan using his body, putting the left hand up. You got to be able to use that left hand, youngsters. Didn't quite get it to go down, though, but he gets fouled.
Boy, they can't buy a free throw in the second half. Duncan was 3 for 3 in the first half.
A lost art in basketball, not only college, high school, but professional, Steve. The leading free throw shooting team in the OVC. Look, SEMO, only 68%.
And you like to think that every team can shoot 70 plus.
Yes. TSU is second at 66. Middle Tennessee is sixth in the OVC, only 64% from the charity stripe.
Duncan makes the second, 55-46 Blue Raiders. Gilbert back in after a brief rest. Huber, they'd like to get him open again. Gilbert, boy, that's a forced shot.
Yes. He had Keith had a good post up. He elected not to pass it to him. Give it up in that post. You can give and go. You may get it back.
Duncan baseline, had it knocked away from behind. They'll get it back. 23 on the shot clock. You look at Gilbert. Kareem is listed as 5'9", but he lists his hobby as weightlifting. You never believe he's 5'9" because he's so physical.
And he has added a little weight, and you have to believe some of that has been due to not only weightlifting but some inactivity when he had that hip. And he was out earlier in the year.
Not a good shot by Allen. And again, the opportunities have been there for Tennessee State the last 3 or 4 minutes. We're down to 3:45. Not a lot of time to waste. Roberts will try and get a bunch back. No. Allen beat Keith Samuel to the ball. Crowd back into it again. Duncan around the screen. Good ball movement. Look at Air come get the basketball. TSU needs one more run.
And this is the point when it's going to have to happen.
And they are capable. Martinez. Air can't get the shot off.
Got to put it up.
Jump hook by Callender.
And that's his shot. Mantia with a nice jump hook. A shot I'd like to see used more by post players of all ages, especially in the high school and the college level. It's a shot that's almost most difficult to block, using your body to ward off the defender. Nice flick of the wrist.
Gilbert wants 3. Short. Good defense by Duncan. The lead is at 11. Gilbert strips Duncan and can't get the roll.
And comes up with another steal.
Allen with a block.
Nothing. No foul call anywhere. A lot of contact. And he ends up getting the foul after all of that.
Pounding his fist on the floor. Boy, Freddie Martinez may have gotten winded there. He took all of the impact of Kareem Gilbert right in the chest. Wow. Frankie Allen thought perhaps Allen fouled inside, but Allen was not giving ground down low.
I'll tell you what, Kareem Gilbert burned about 1,000 calories on that play. Steve, not only did he come up with the missed shot, and he got 2 steals in a row, but just couldn't convert.
Tesh returns for Allen, who's got some blood on his jersey, and you have to leave the floor if you have blood on your jersey or your shorts. 2:37 to go. Here is Air, who missed 2 tries a moment ago. Not this time. He's a 75% shooter.
Perhaps Kareem Gilbert could have backed that out and waited for some help. He tried to take it upon himself to spurt this team on and make something happen, but he was out physical on that play. I mean, he gave up about 5 or 6 inches.
Second one also good, extending the lead to 13. Slowly, the Blue Raiders starting to pad the lead. 2:37 remaining. TSU needs to take one more big run if they're going to get back into this.
Missed another call. I need a pager.
We can do a free pager when you buy activation and airtime.
I wish my pager matched my outfit.
We can do that in a variety of colors.
I just broke my pager, and I gotta get it fixed now.
We can do that. We repair pagers.
Harold, this is Angela's number. I need a new boyfriend.
We can't do that, but we can activate the other pager she doesn't know he has for just $9.99. In-touch paging, 2 locations to serve you. We can do that.
Hey, NFL fans, do us a favor, please. Put something on. Like officially licensed NFL merchandise at Goodyear. Right now, get some of Goodyear's best selected tires like Aqua Treads, Eagles, and Wranglers. And get $50 or $75 good towards officially licensed NFL merchandise. Great Goodyear treads, incredible NFL threads.
Get details at Jennings Tire Company today for incredible Goodyear treads and officially licensed NFL threads. But hurry, offer ends January 31st.
At Tennessee Tool and Supply, we make completing your job much easier. Unfortunately, some jobs become too easy.
Get that backhoe. Hurry up. Set up that scaffolding. Faster. Run that sweeper. Come on, move it. Honey, I'm tired. I need to get off my feet.
I'll get you off your feet.
From residential to heavy construction, we specialize in sales and rentals, and we also have equipment for those special jobs. Make your job easier at Tennessee Tool and Supply.
At the end of the game, stay with us as we will be presenting the United Cash Advance Player of the Game. The United Cash Advance with 3 Nashville locations to serve you. 2:37 remaining. It is a 13-point Middle Tennessee lead. And part of the difference here in the last few minutes, getting free throw attempts anyway. MTSU has 14 tries tonight, only 5 for the Tigers.
That has given them the opportunity to extend that lead when TSU made a run late in this second half. But right now, for TSU, you got to be thinking about scoring quickly and pressing full court.
Pass kicked out of bounds. Tesh, new 35 seconds here.
Like most good teams on a timeout, you will see a change of defense. And of course, MTSU, Randy Will being the super coach that he is, changed defenses, came out in a 2-3 zone.
Kevin Samuel 0 for tonight. Roberts tries 3, finally gets one to go. Roberts with 10 points in the second half, cuts it to 10. Air finds McGee. Good one to Tesh.
That's for everybody back in Brazil. Ailton Tesh. Great feed from Ali McGee.
Gilbert. It looked like Tesh may have been stepped on. His calendar fell down.
It looks like he got probably about a size 15 in his face there from Jason Johnson, who received that pass and didn't see Tesh going up with that shot. We may be able to take a look at that with our camera crew. We've been doing a great job bringing us all kinds of angles tonight.
Yeah, Tesh looks like he's got a shoe print on his forehead. 1:55 remaining. And Allen will come in for Tesh. Let him regroup right now. He's got 19 tonight, does Tesh. 13 in the second half. TSU needs points in a hurry. Johnson inside, just beat Calendar to the glass.
Nice set play right there for TSU, and there it is, the full court pressure. MTSU patient. They may get a layup. But time is of the essence, and that's what you want. You don't want to score. You want to run time off of the clock.
10-point lead and a minute and a half to go. Randy Wheel says, use it up, fellas.
Got to think about fouling here. Who to foul on this team right now? Probably the weakest foul shooter. It's not that man, but
Kevin Samuel with his first foul. Aird will go to the line. Missed his first two, made his last two.
The weak link on the floor for MTSU is, as far as fouls concerned, is Mantia Callender, only shooting 42% from the line, but this young man here shooting 75%. Struggled a little today, hasn't he, Steve?
Well, he missed his first two, but he's rolling it. He's at 60%. He makes another one.
3 for 5.
He at 67. Right now, you want good hands and good free throw shooters if you're Randy Wheel, because TSU has to foul. And of course, first they've got to score.
Right, and no second shots down on this end.
63-51, Blue Raiders by 12. Gilbert, good look. Johnson missed the dunk. And a foul by Gilbert.
He's been on that block all night long and hadn't received many passes. Kind of unexpected, received one there unexpectedly, and that just shows you how the evening has been going for TSU. When they have got it inside to Jason Johnson, who goes up and misses the slam there.
Gilbert read that nicely. He saw Tesh was coming over to try and take another charge. He left Johnson. Sure. It was a nice dish.
You'd like to see a little more of that from Kareem Gilbert, and he's capable of breaking down a defense and getting inside.
Tesh 4 for 4 from the line tonight. He's just a 66% shooter. Good volleyball move by Callender. Gets it back to the Blue Raiders with 1 minute to play. Duncan could have taken the shot.
Good alertness.
They'll bring it back out.
Good alertness by Malachi Allen. That may do it. This winning streak will be extended to 14 games.
Gilbert just found out of the game. 49 seconds to go. Well, TSU gave him a real scare. The 20-point lead was cut to what, 6?
Sure, it just shows you what's to come in this race in the Ohio Valley Conference. A long time away from tournament time.
You see Gilbert there, that's a tough guy, because if you've ever had lower back problems, basketball's not going to make you feel any better, I'm telling you.
Sure, and a hip problem that he's had too. I mean, I can't imagine a basketball player, you know, suffering that type of any injury to the lower extremities there, where it's so vital.
And you come down after going up in the air, that pounding. Here's there. 4 out of 7. And you get Tesh out of there. Good round of applause for Ayutan Tesh, the senior.
Had a whale of a game.
20 points for him.
It's given them that presence that they lacked last year. Such a perimeter team, but he's the guy that you can start your offense with.
Air sits down. Kevin White comes on. 66-51. Blue Raiders about to go to 7-1 in the OVC.
Right on the heels of Murray State, who won today.
Acrobatic putback by Johnson, just his 3rd basket of the second half. And that's what Randy Wheel was talking about this afternoon, when you rely so heavily scoring-wise on one player. If it doesn't happen for him, you don't know what you're going to get.
Sure. And there have been moments where Tennessee State solved the riddle of this defense of MTSU. They made some penetration move, and they made some diagonal passes, which hurts this type of defense, but they were unable to knock down those shots.
Tennessee State will get another crack at the Blue Raiders at their place on Valentine's Day, February 14th. And Frankie Allen is hoping that his team will be much healthier. You're not seeing this team at 100% tonight. Middle Tennessee goes on the road for 4 straight here coming up, including a January 29th visit to Murray. TSU will be at home to UT Martin on Thursday.
Middle, of course, will go up to Richmond, Kentucky. Take on Eastern Kentucky, which a team is scaring a lot of people in the league. That young coach Scott Perry has them going in the right direction. And, of course, Tennessee State will host UT Martin, and they have to get a home win there.
Yes.
They've given up opportunities to come away with 3 crucial home victories last week.
Now the Blue Raiders just playing it out, and we're going to get a foul here on Kevin Samuel.
Reggie Marshall go to the line, a 6-foot freshman from Atkins Hill, Alabama.
Had a chance to hit the proverbial box score here. He can make a free throw. Atkins Hill, Alabama. All right, Mr. Geography, where is that?
It's in North Alabama.
Thank you.
This is quite a little athlete as well. He was all-state football player, lettered in baseball, which is close to your heart.
You better believe it. Now Reggie gets 1 out of 2. 67-53. Under a half minute to play. Williams, Nasi swats it back at him. Marshall tried to throw it behind his head to Allen. Didn't quite work out, but a nice try. Nice thought.
And you know what's so scary about all of this, Steve? These two teams will probably be even better next year. TSU